Cal, talk a minute. Let me hear you.
Ladies and gentlemen.
That's good. If I have to adjust it, I'll adjust it.
Before you go complete live, go ahead and turn on your laptop really quick.
Turn what up?
The volume.
Why I turned it on?
All right, don't. Cal, turn up on your phone real quick so I can hear the audio.
Yeah.
Everyone kind of talk a little bit.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Mic check.
All right. Perfect. Good.
Okay, I'm still on one waiting for the stream, so maybe it's not officially live yet.
Hold on, let me go check YouTube.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, I don't know where the fuck it would have went to.
There we go.
All right.
Let me turn on the sound.
Yeah.
All right. Leroy, start us in.
All right. You ready?
Yeah.
Let's do this shit.
All right.
All right. 5, 4, 3.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, we are back. It is time for show 101. It's a day of new starts, and with new starts, we have to bring in the original crew, Leroy and me, Jesse Pierce.
That's right.
is back.
Yay!
Cal's here for a number of reasons.
I'm going to do this real quick for fun.
There we go.
Okay,
There we go.
Leroy's got his soundboard back, so it's a new year, new show.
Right.
But now, today is a very big day. We got a lot to get to, but also Cal is here to not only give us his wonderful insight and to promote his wonderful podcast.
Friends of the Squared Circle on Facebook. Check us out. We're just getting started over there.
All right, fantastic. Well, obviously, you put that later in the show as well.
And I do want to thank you again for those lovely gifts you brought us. The books.
Oh, yeah, those are wonderful.
And the little Otis.
Yeah.
Funko. I mean,
Just
awesome.
a little bit.
Yeah.
Keep coming back.
Well, but he's also here today to act as the analyst for the 13 cards draft. While you guys are not only giving your opinions today, you'll be drafting your picks for your roster, and Cal will be saying if they suck or if they don't. So basically, are you going to be the Jets or are you going to be the Patriots?
You motherfucker! We didn't get Jets on your good one.
You were the good one, right?
I know.
The Patriots are the ones who went straight. You're always the one.
Isn't on in default he is the Jets already?
Yeah.
Yeah, but Jesse drafted because the Patriots drafted very odd.
Yeah, they drafted Ollie.
Okay, so Jesse, let me repeat that. You're either going to be the Jets or you're going to be the Cowboys.
There we go.
That was a bad.
They're terrible.
Like the Jets or the Raiders.
But folks,
it took them 2 days to do their pick.
folks, before we even get there, Jesse, we have to get this out of the way because you won't be able to draft if we don't.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Jesse's soapbox. 2 words, Jesse, test the language.
Cal, I have readily said, Leroy, as you know on the show, I have readily said, all the talent this woman has, she should be a superstar. But her shitty little attitude, we didn't even make it 5 minutes before I him. Thanks to Zach.
It's more than a minute to where I'm
All right.
It's that New York sports thing, man. I mean,
Just
it's bad.
I don't understand. Wow. AJ of course, wife of CM Punk, and that whole Wild production and management crew were hoping to relaunch with a renewed because she's such a star. And already, she's probably not going to be in the first show. It's just.
That's what it sounds like, yeah.
WWE would touch you.
Yeah.
AEW would touch you. Now that to me was the giveaway of just how poisonous she must be to locker rooms. Either she has to hit rock bottom and change that attitude and change who she is, or such a really good young wrestler. We'll just never see. Because she'll probably still get.
I know Scott's trying to be professional now, but I mean, when Impact hasn't even bothered going back to somebody that helped make them during the
it's almost like, by the way, I'll ignore our rumors, and so I don't really want to. I've heard and read why they parted ways, but it's just like at some point you have to grow up. Like people are relying on you, and they're going to run wild with really no stars. besides AJ. Like that's a damn
She
champion.
really doesn't want to wrestle. She wants to be.
She's gonna be the producer and the well-known kind of head of Rock.
Working with the talent.
Yeah, so it just
But
is mind-blowing.
it's also worth mentioning because we always try to do the deep dive here.
Right.
Look, Jesse, I hate to say it, there are people in all of sports that make it harder on the talent. You wonder why you can't make a company in America based on women's wrestling. Well, sorry, but that hurts. I'm not saying that all women are Tessa Blanchard, but that hurts.
Usually the bigger stars in women's wrestling go to a bigger company.
Exactly.
Understandably, and of course, like I would never hate of it. Go make your money.
Yeah, exactly.
Get your star up. But like this was her chance to prove she learned something from all this.
She's the Kyrie Irving of women's wrestling.
She's worse than that to me.
Oh wow.
Is he gonna call her Ryback?
She's the Antonio Brown.
I was just gonna say, yeah, Antonio Brown.
See, Ryback's just an idiot.
Yeah.
Like the fact he has 10,000 listeners is saying to me.
There are 10,000 people that hate Vince McMahon.
What were you saying?
I'm like, bro, I was trying to like be cool with you, but now another one.
Tweeting about Vince McMahon's recently passed away mother. Like really good. But I always want to talk about how he's going back to WWE. Yeah, no. You and I don't go over professional wrestling anymore.
We don't want to.
But yeah, Tessa is she's not a lost cause yet, like a Ryback, but it's getting there.
Well, it's just like
She can't even go back to her.
yeah.
They didn't. So when she went to meet with them after the initial hoopla with Impact, and they were coming back from the pandemic, they said no. They legitimately told her no.
Yeah, and you know way I'm saying Stardust was one of those outlaw type of promotion where
No.
But I mean, Stardust still needs some talent over there, which is why I think Tony Storm should just
Well, Stardom also being integrated with New Japan more now that New Japan has decided to make it. That's the thing. It's one of those deals where it should not be hard to understand the responsibility that you have if you're supposed to be someone who's the star. Just pretend, please. Can you pretend?
Put the company on your back and show people what you can do.
Who's had the worst family age month, Jesse? La Parka or Blanchard?
Probably La Parka.
Okay.
Because this is this new story about the same little shit.
Yeah, you still don't know where any of that came from.
Papa Parker apologized. Like I said, that had to be embarrassing because he's a professional. Yeah, he has moments back in WCW when it became Wild Wild West, where they kind of like the one time he was in a match and he put up, because they were talking about what he was saying.
Yeah,
because they weren't short. He was like, that's not what I'm actually saying.
Yeah.
He got the sign after that. But understandably, when you're head creative producer, I get you going a little rogue. That guy's an idiot.
It was more Wild West back then. WCW or just Mexico. It might have been WCW.
Yeah. It was really public show. But
we'll get to that.
But it's like I said, she's talent.
Yeah.
To continuously
Have my work. You're 17-year-old dad.
Right. His own name. His own name doesn't allow him now
to book her.
Yeah, like she has to grow up. She has to grow up at some point. By the way, her husband's doing very well in Mexico. They won't even pick her up.
For those of you who that's Daga.
Yeah, that's Daga. He's an excellent heavyweight wrestler.
And he certainly did hear yourself from people when he was in He was a great hybrid.
And he was also willing to work with people even though he was a star. That's what you should do.
Yeah.
Just why be worried about what people might say, blah 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 blah. But yeah, I just so disappointed. I hope she grows up because she's too talented not be the rest of us, but you can almost link her right now to what Sunny's going to go through here in about 2 months when she goes to prison. It's this downfall for me of someone who could not ever grow up. At some point, and I think we've done wrong.
Just of all, in no way is anyone outside of you and your culture allowed to use the words obviously not going to say but you. But the fact that she did it, Jesse, they even gave her the opportunity to be like, okay, maybe we caught her on a bad day.
They got her out after that.
But Jesse, she finally acted like she didn't know.
Right. Try to lie about it. They were like, no, you said it. You didn't never apologize.
They call her out on Twitter.
Yeah. Apparently, so what happened was they called her out in the locker room. And then the company was like, hey, you need to apologize. Right. They would apologize to get her name. With Negro or something. Yeah. Black Mexican wrestler. Yeah. But and she still didn't apologize. Right. It drove me crazy. By the way, thank you everyone in the chat. What's up, everyone? I hope you're all doing well. Yeah, it's I do not know her future in wrestling, but it doesn't look promising. It doesn't promise me at all.
Here's the deal. It's sadly, in my opinion, I still have questions about the whole Ben Simmons mental situation because, well, yes, they're reporting now it's a mental health thing.
Right.
Calvert did make a very good point that him and his agent have been claiming mental health /back for like 4 or 5
years.
In the last 3 weeks.
Right.
But this is my question with her is like, Cal, it's interesting because last week I kind of had, or a couple weeks ago, I had my sort of coming to Jesus moment with Toni Storm about, where she's landed since leaving. And I think I was honest, but, it also fair in my assessment of that, basically saying that you did what was best for you, but, I mean, you probably should have, sat there because what they were putting you in. If you needed time off, maybe at least make a phone call to this. Maybe.
Well, that probably would have worked better.
Well, so the session home for a week, written off television or sitting home for a month, and then brought you back. Charlotte could have carried that for a little while. But, if there is a thing, figure it out. Enough of just sitting around and just being like the whole world just has to accept it. No, they figured it out. And a very talented roster, like Jesse said, no names, is going to have to make their money without you.
No. At first, they were hoping to also get Mercedes back, which would help. Will probably make the decision easier to let Tessa go. Yeah. She's definitely more of a no name now. Yeah. Maybe getting Yana to commit dates for them. Probably would have helped.
Jim, by the way, we'll talk about her a little later.
Just help. If she doesn't figure out what she needs to get the damn help, she's not going to be back in pro wrestling. Besides,
I hope she has some work skills. It's clearly the one that she wanted to do. She can't even put herself in. Yeah,
that's where she belongs. Yeah, she belongs on Washington. Because otherwise,
politics.
Right. So, but otherwise, I do not know her future. I do not know her future pro wrestling. It doesn't look.
All right. Well, so we have a bunch of topics, but we also got stuff to do. Leroy, on the clock. For your first overall picks, obviously, you can send a list of eligible people.
So how long do I get?
I'm going to talk about 3 minutes. And then you have that to basically figure that out. Or if that, Kyle, I sent you the list. Would you like to tell them who currently they are allowed to pick from in the eligible pool, basically? Pro Wrestling Illustrated recognizes these as official world titles.
Right.
If you win this, you get an official world title.
Right.
Victory.
Right.
All right, so we have a WWE Championship.
Yep.
Universal Championship. And then we have AEW World Championship. Impact World Championship.
Correct.
Ring of Honor World Championship.
Right.
NAW World Championship. NWA Heavyweight Championship. The AAA Mega Championship. CMLL World Championship. That's from Mexico, we know that. And then the IWGP World Heavyweight Champion. Triple Crown Heavyweight Champion. World Stardom Champion. And the GHC Heavyweight Championship. It also recognizes the IWTV Independent Wrestling World Champion.
Okay.
And African World Dysphoria World Championship. All right. So,
Gotta be on to follow us on. Probably should.
All right. Well, Leroy seems to be walking up to the commissioner here with his pick. So the pick is in.
I'm like, I'm gonna play a little.
All right. So
This guy is so obnoxious today.
the very first pick here that we will be announcing. So like I said, the first ever 13-card Southern Series draft is officially open, and the first overall pick, Leroy selects the head of the table, Roman Reigns, the current reigning WWE and Universal Champion, as his first overall pick. Based on this, I believe Jesse is now handing it
I'm gonna
to our draft expert Cal. We'll be breaking these picks down after we announce both. We compare them.
You know it, good for you.
I won't.
The second overall pick in the first round, just like as his world champion, current reigning and Impact World Champion Josh Alexander. Which is very good. All right, so we're going to you basically look at their objectives. We know
Correct.
we're going to go Cal, your thoughts on this first overall pick. Really, I don't think a lot of surprises based
no, I feel like top dog pick and anyone the other way.
It's pretty fucking I know.
Peyton Manning, Trevor Lawrence,
Yeah.
like you passed up on kind of a dick.
But I do like Jesse's pick here with Josh Alexander.
Okay,
Up and coming.
Yes.
Right in the same age area as Roman.
Right.
They always say at 35 at your peak. I hope didn't mind you. Time champion in Impact. I don't know if name, but that's the good name. You got a one-time X Division
Just
champ.
has a long day on this show.
Right.
That's the year 2021. So stars were right for Josh Alexander.
All right. Okay, so the next round has officially started. Jesse, you are on the clock for 3 minutes. If you would please be prepared with your next overall pick.
I have to go back and look through the rules of what the second pick was supposed to be.
To be honest, I forgot. Thank you.
Okay. Send these through real quick.
Okay. Yep.
No. Trust me,
It was a lady's pick, wasn't it?
Yeah, I forgot already.
Jesse, it's been sent.
You got
Send it later. Yes, he still needs it all.
What?
I think Leroy. Yeah.
I have stuff written down that I can.
All right. Jesse is on the clock with 3 minutes. Okay.
Really? I got my agents in the room if I have to.
Jesse, just to be official, 1 minute gone.
Okay.
While we're doing that, basically, Cal, would you have made it a different pick at either one of these, or do you think you were kind of the right place?
No, I feel like it's a solid pick. At your first round, it's pretty common sense here. I mean,
It's wide open, but it's
I was expecting Jesse to go definitely New Japan. That was my big worry. have been on,
American television.
So I did a little research. The other ones, it's going to be pretty basic. How do I feel?
Yeah.
I'm not going to get too deep into every championship they won.
Right, yeah.
Just the first round, I feel like they're pretty solid picks. I was going to do a ad page that you can develop it, but I don't see it. There's no razzle dazzle.
Yeah. Yeah. I believe that Jesse is ready. He has the paper to Cal.
So tough.
We have
Such a tough pick.
for the second round.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the feed as like kind of like dead spot.
There's so many good names for the second pick that
I think
ooh, that's good. I like
All
that.
right. So with the first pick in the second round, Jesse is selecting his number one overall pick for women. Jesse goes with EST of WWE, Bianca Belair, current reigning, I believe,
Raw
champion. So Jesse gets a champion in that, and also gets arguably still a great young prospect in the
And one of the hottest talents still. So I was looking at 3 days this whole time. Saya, who's the Stardom World Champion. Because the last name, if you don't know, it's very hard to pronounce. Bianca, or Britt Baker.
oh
Because she
Leroy,
was great, but I decided to go with Bianca because really large name, everyone knows because company in the world, company in the world, and
goes on today.
only 30, just turned 30.
Right.
So the future with her, I can get a great 15 years with her as my lead woman. So Saya would have probably, I almost picked Saya because she's only 25.
Yeah.
And she's so great. Britt, like I said, Britt was dragging up the rear only because she seems to be in a place where if you don't get yourself over, you're gonna die in the water. But I respect her work so much that I had to put her in the top
While
three.
we wait on Leroy here, who seems to be ready to pick, Cal, your thoughts on the start?
Looks like he's starting to trend as future stars, and that's great because sometimes the future will surprise you.
All right.
I feel like Bel Air is just she's going to be one of the new top 4 horsemen. She's going to be one of the top 4.
And her future's better for show better because
What just Jesus?
Leroy, you are ready?
oh yeah, I was like this for fun.
All right. Okay.
Of course.
So Leroy is handing his pick up to the commissioner. So with the second pick in the second round,
Totally it's going to be more not just
for the first overall female. Okay, we're gonna have quite a lottery going for companies. With the fourth overall pick in the second round, Leroy selects the boss. Sasha.
Oh wow!
Shots fired.
Don't make sure that they're writing down these picks. We'll be posting on our
Right.
I think we both
you guys are posting your own picks. Cal, we move on to our next topic.
Wow.
you were gonna do it.
I totally thought you were.
I guess more work than I have to do normally.
And-
Well, wait a minute. I do a lot of shit.
Yeah, you do. But yeah, go ahead.
It's phenomenal.
Yeah.
Out of the top 4, I feel like he's kind of on the bottom.
Oh, really?
3 and 4. So you get Charlotte, lineage, the name,
Right.
championships. I mean, that girl can go. And then I feel like Becky's hot right now. Becky's hot right now.
Even
I mean, she was the most popular wrestler back.
I think what's so unique about Becky right now is that there's not a lot of lost momentum.
Right.
You gotta understand, momentum in wrestling is are people paying attention when you're talking, and basically right now, yes, they are.
Well, I must say overall, the reason I have Charlotte and Becky there, one because Becky Lynch is not long for going to part time. I think that's coming very soon.
Which would be fun.
And I cannot select someone.
She never seemed like I mean, like, call me crazy, but did anybody ever see her as someone that if they got a top one, was going to be there for 10 years? Nothing against Becky. I know she was always kind of a sympathetic person for a lot of fans. It seems like not that she doesn't have a love for it, but that she has so many aspirations to do other things.
Yeah, which no problem. WWE should be a launch pad for a lot of outside creation, but also 36. Just had Charlotte is a future Hall of Fame.
Yes.
But the last few years, because it's up and down with her, even though as we talked about on the show, I agree with a lot of her backstage politics. I don't think she's wrong. Right. A lot of it's actually her wanting to push younger talent.
Yes.
But she is horribly obnoxious.
Yes.
Inside, like, to me, it would be like taking a better version of Tessa. I'm gonna get a top like 5 years, but after 3, I'm gonna be like, yo, I gotta trade this. I can't take it. This is not championship caliber for the Bucks.
So that's the first 2 rounds. We're going to pause the draft and move on to a topic here. Jesse, I hate to do this to you, but you have said many things on this show about this lovely Southern Belle, as I'll be nice, the nice person on the show.
If we're talking about Lacey Evans,
No.
okay.
But it is time now for Jesse to explain to our lovely viewers. Jesse, where exactly did TNA go wrong by the world in the Carter portfolio? Yes, folks, it is time for douchebag Dixie Carter. Jesse.
Oh, I forgot putting this down.
It's okay.
All right.
Yeah.
No, I got to do this because in case the headphones up, I got to do that.
So
I like my ears.
Usually in pro wrestling, you can get a multi-millionaire, billionaire investment in your company because of the success Vince has had.
Yeah.
That your thought is, we have a chance if we do things right to actually compete, right? Now, you would think when someone like Jeff Jarrett, I think great wrestler. Now, as he's admitted in his past, he's been incredibly selfish. He had his dealings with alcohol and drugs, and he's cleared stuff up, and I'm happy for him. Yeah. It all storylines at times taking things too far, but for the most part, as people who came up through TNA would say, when Jeff was first running it, you felt a lot of hope.
Jeff and Jerry.
Yeah. Because their mindsets were in a very good spot. So he gets a billionaire princess because her family, I believe, are oil tycoons. So they have $1 billion. And he gets her involved because the thought is, Jeff's going, I think I can now compete with Vince and succeed where Eric Bischoff fails.
Yes.
Because unlike Eric Bischoff still had to answer to Turner. Yeah. With Dixie Carter involved, Paul Hewitt still had to answer to the networks. As long as they kept to what they were planning to do, they would be fine.
It was also Spike that was a channel that gave a lot more.
Right.
Than I think
because it was a man show, but basically they allowed a lot more stuff on the cable network. They pushed it out.
The good old man. I remember that. That was fun.
Remember they had a show called 1,000 Ways to Die, and it was literally like reenacting death.
Yes.
So great show, by the way. I wish they'd bring it back. That's not what happened.
No.
That's not what happened. No. Because sometimes you get billionaires. They're paying for something. They're going to want their input, and they should. Is there reason? And usually that they're a billionaire. Yeah. But I think in this case, it's just a cautionary area, by the way, for Tony Khan. When your billion comes from your parents, not most of your success, get people around you who understand how to be successful in whatever venture you're going into. This bitch was useless. Issue number 1: getting clowns who are not capable of booking in the 90s when Vince McMahon was at his most vulnerable.
Getting a super clown.
Oh, there were more than one clown.
There were more than one.
Remember, Richard
Vince is a
down
super clown.
Richard was down there. Remember, they basically had a higher cornet back just to fire Bruce.
That's a smart.
So she turned it into a clown show because now she felt like she should be involved.
What was the quote when Russo was there, Cal? Midgets beating off in trash cans. It's an actual quote, by the way, that somebody had. I was like,
Thank you, Aaron. I'm going to have Leroy check that out. So that means somebody's volume has to go down. But otherwise, yes. So yeah, I'm kind of turning everybody's volume down.
Okay,
here.
Yeah, my volume's totally off.
So yeah, well, it could be. So that, I turned everybody's volume down. So we're good. By the way, if you want every now, I got my headset here. You can actually use the thing to monitor the YouTube feed. So yeah, she had to get herself completely involved, and then she did the cardinal sin. To me, even worse than Russo and Cal. I've always said, and I know people think that I do this to him, but the cardinal sin is bringing in Hulk Hogan to do any kind of control.
Let me tell you, brother.
That is the most selfish son of a bitch in pro wrestling.
And I love him.
And then you realize that. Yeah, exactly. And then you also realize it wasn't just Hogan, it was Hogan and Bischoff.
Now, Bischoff, I've actually always given a little bit of pass. Because he knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
But he also, remember, because he had just came off the general manager running WWE and being a producer. And I'm sure, you know what, I'm going to have to see anything. Because, of course, they're not actually people, but he knew it.
Well, what's interesting about my job is that it seems like the only people that are never backing the newest billionaire are the people that tried,
right,
or they've been around forever and realized that at the end of the day, whether he likes to be a wrestler or not,
right,
it's just one of these things where it's just I think
I know exactly what it is, but keep going.
Okay, it seems to be the people who have already tried, people that, even though Vince has never wanted to be in the wrestling business, want to be in the entertainment business,
right?
He owns the wrestling business now,
right. So where she went wrong was thinking she could have any input into TNA/Impact in believing that because of her money, that on her money alone, she would be able to compete with the biggest wrestling company in the world.
who, by the way, as we pointed out many times, it's the Jedi mind tricks of production that make you forget a lot of the stuff that's in front of you.
Correct.
Because remember, folks, again, we've said on this show 1,000 times, the invasion angle was not good.
Correct.
It was not good. But that video package before the match at Survivor Series, you were like, oh, this has been one of the greatest videos ever.
Right.
All you had to do is sprinkle a little puddle of mud in there and then cut out the 99% of the bullshit.
Right.
And it's like, this is great. Right. Then you're like,
And here, I think one of the worst things really as well is the fact that for some reason now it became a game of who should have the power backstage, and so now the wrestlers are getting hurt. How do you have AJ Styles, one of the best of our time,
arguably the GOAT in your opinion?
I think top 4 all time. I really do. And all of a sudden, you do him so dirty.
Multiple times.
He went to the Indies for 3 years because he thought it would benefit his career more, which he was right about. Okay? You got the chance to get a partnership with New Japan Pro Wrestling, and you turn Kazuchika fucking Kata into a cartoon character. It's
graphic novel character, if I may be fair.
It's these stupid things that make you go, this person should have never been in charge of a wrestling company. And guess what happened? They tried to compete with Vince. She burned through most of the money, and I'm like,
60. It was like 60 to 70 million dollars.
yeah,
Father's money.
right. And so
Tycoon,
no, and so Daddy went, that's enough of this. And then also because the channel they were on, that's enough. That's even we have to pull the plug. We're losing viewers every week because it's not any good.
The point Jesse was saying, Spike TV, I think people don't realize they were paying the contract of a lot of the ex-WWE guys that were coming in.
Right.
That wasn't Dixie's dad, right? That wasn't Dixie's dad with the check.
Unit in the mic.
Yeah.
That was legitimately, and I quote, that was Spike TV that apparently was somehow started into paying for Kurt Angle, paying for Sting, paying for Kevin Nash and Scott.
Right.
And I'm sitting here like, by the way, that's
documented. This guy's getting seven-figure contracts.
But that's documented.
I know.
Spike TV, this channel that was on its ass in these years anyway.
Right.
For some strange reason, they were covering contracts of talent that they thought were going to bring down ratings in a show that constantly was mismanaged, constantly was misbooked. There were things happening that you got to look at yourself and say, what was any of this?
Right.
And all of a sudden, Spike TV is just supposed to keep their investment.
It's nonsense.
Yeah.
It was nonsense. And then, but this was the death nail. Does anyone remember out there the AJ Styles baby story?
I think that's when I first discovered TNA, to be honest.
Oh,
which is horrible.
You came in the wrong.
You came in at the wrong time.
Really, that after or before the main event Mafia?
That was right at the end of the main event Mafia. Yeah. And so this was one of the absolute worst, and I literally mean, I remember Vince wanted to do an incest story with his daughter. Katie Vick is so unforgivable. Triple H had to stop talking about it.
Yes.
Because, I mean, the Booker T thing was bad. Katie Vick was bad. People were like looking at Paul like, really, dude?
Yeah.
You can't go talk about other companies. You guys get Katie Vick's story. I don't want to hear from you.
I agree.
So you do the baby storyline, and she thought it was successful.
She did. She in numerous interviews that I have read since, it's really odd. She looks back on that fondly. To quote her, she fondly looks back on that story.
It is so egregious what they did to a great upstart company. They ruined the partnership with the NWA. They've had to work to get that back.
Well, because they brought in Billy, and Billy ended up wanting. See, okay, before you want to Jesse, this is the part I don't get. Billy comes in, and is basically under the assumption that he's going to get part ownership of the company, which means if anyone's ever been in business or for music or whatever, that kind of says to you, you're gonna be like, okay, that says to you, I'm gonna get part ownership, so he's putting money in.
Right.
Once again, Dixie's not paying for dick.
No.
Billy Porter paying for like you said, $100 million in investments. But at that time, he didn't play because he was very young and he was He was trying to do the best he could.
Right.
Well, from what I heard, she never did pay for dick. Yeah.
Well, anyway.
She got that for free.
I know she never
And you know what? Listen.
This is also one of those subjects that Jesse has had to listen for hours on end on Cornette TV, right? Because she doesn't do much of it.
Well, like I said, there's a lot that he's right about. He's just curmudgeon to me. But yeah,
he's trying to get the Real Housewives of Nashville pitched to Spike, which I'm like, dude, the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills is on a channel that 90% of people can't find. Why do we want to watch your old ass and your old friends on the Man channel?
They gotta be hot.
There you go.
I'm a dirty old man.
It's also a situation where every single story that's come out, whether it's been through Jim or through all the other people, it's been backed up by people who were there.
Right.
You want to talk about, okay, to not take away from everything Jim has said. Go listen to what Jim has said.
By the way, I'm going to put on my headset now.
Jim Cornette was there, and he said it. They were taking interns straight out of high school to run a wrestling company who knew nothing about it, and they were in the office.
Right.
I'm surprised she didn't have some 18-year-old football jock producing a match with some other Hernandez. Because, by the way, Sean,
Yeah, she probably. She wasn't doing right.
I believe there are a lot of great female promoters in pro wrestling out there, and I believe we need more.
yes.
Yeah.
That bitch is not one of
They
them.
should rub her back for like a one-night thing.
Well, she is a one-night thing.
Well, that's all she's good for.
Well, yeah.
Well, maybe.
You know, I'm guessing. I keep saying there's a reason Joey Ryan ended up getting busted because he thought it's cool. I'm going to make it cool to over-sexualize women and become a quote-unquote male slut of wrestling. Words out of his own mouth. I will find the star K or whatever footage of that for people so they can see it and hear it. He said it. But before there was Joey Ryan, there was Dixie Clark.
That bitch.
All you need to do, and it's the same thing I say about Tony Khan. I get you want to book it. I get you want to be a part of pro wrestling, the pro wrestling kingdom. Just get people around you what's been successful. Even if they don't work at WWE anymore. Like Freddie Prinze Jr. started his own promotion.
Look at that, yeah.
Why not hire him? Yeah. Because he's a very good writer. Christian Harloff, for those who don't know, a YouTuber, used to be known for Schmoes Know, doing movie stuff. But he was a WWE writer for 6 years and a good one. Go hire him. Like get these kind of guys down on your payroll who have already been successful. There's nothing like I keep saying in AEW, the fact that you have Jerry Lynn and guys like that on the AEW payroll and it feels like you don't use them enough, it's egregious.
You want to talk about what you just said? Arn Anderson is still there. We don't know why. He's not doing anything but coming out pretending to shoot a Glock.
Got me beat.
And he does that once every 3 months.
Like I said, it's
All you had to do.
right.
And still get a paycheck.
It feels. It just, and I'm gonna let Cal chime in after that. It just feels so egregiously stupid that she felt that she, alone with all her family's money, could compete because she had all that money.
And the parallel being to Tony, and this is before we get into the AEW content, we have to speak solely on that guy, is Jesse, it's a cautionary tale of you think you're the person that can do this.
Right.
But it's not your money.
Right.
And people want to sit there and say, oh, Shad's got a bunch, it won't dry up. Folks, Dixie had TNA for a while.
Yes.
A lot longer than we're going in AEW right now.
I think 6 years.
So basically, double they've been on
Yeah.
Daddy pulled the plug after a while, and the money dried up.
Because there was just the two, and it was when they started to try to go one-on-one with Monday Night Raw.
Yeah.
Through those 2 years, it was horrible
That's
television.
the decision Tony's made is that he went up against NXT, not the highly produced Monday Night show.
We don't have fucking just now we're talking about it. Let's just get into them.
All right.
What I do not understand about AEW, every fucking week I come here because I watch it open heart, open eyes. Okay. What the hell is this show this Wednesday?
Wasn't that good?
Good.
Well, I'm being sarcastic.
I would have rather gone to a ranch and let a horse slap its penis in my face than watch 2 hours of Dynamite this week. It was basically a 3-hour Raw and the first stage for 2 hours.
He didn't make that up on the spot. He's actually used that live with me before.
That's a heck of a.
Oh God!
It's not
What?
right.
I don't want to go there myself.
They are so inconsistent. Like Cal, I swear to you, we had Eric Norton on the show. For those who don't know, Eric Norton was owner of DPW, done a lot of work in the Minnesota wrestling scene.
Yes.
And he was just, we were debating about the Bucks. And like I told him, the one thing I will always give the young Bucks is the fact that they did find a way to make $1 million ever going to Connecticut. And I respect for that because it also shows that the indie scene could be very profitable to an independent wrestler, which is beautiful.
And now the entire Indies is basically just being funded by Jack.
So he probably didn't even realize it, but he's got so much money. I don't think he cares. Won't ever listen to this. Not unless I start talking about the Jaguars, then maybe you'll listen.
You're a Jets fan, that ain't
Yeah. To be fair, and I love Zach Wilson, but they do have the more talented quarterback. That guy's generationally talented, Trevor Lawrence. I'm not even going to discuss that.
Fair enough. Different show.
So I'll talk about the highlights because unfortunately there's a lot of lowlights this week.
You want to just go through the card? I've got
Go
it.
ahead.
All right. Okay. So we started with once again. I'll just call it the Pandering Foundation qualifier because we still don't know. Cal, do you actually understand that we have not been told any second round matchups? We are still in the first round of the Pandering Foundation qualifying tournament. We don't know what the prize is. We don't know anything about this tournament other than the simple fact that they're having it, and that's it.
Okay, yeah. Perfect.
Okay, hold on a second. Let me take this bracket here.
Okay, it's nice actually they would tell us.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, no, okay, this is perfect, Jesse. Okay, so anyway, in this first round qualifier, Jeff Hardy defeated Bobby Fish. Hold on, commentary. Actually, something that I enjoyed. Like, this is the first time I had a whole useless got you talked. So yes, no, the updated bracket is now second round. Jeff Hardy, Darby Allin, Cole versus Dax, Samoa Joe versus the Joker card. Because we're still running that.
That'll probably be Cesaro.
Yeah. And then Kyle O'Reilly versus Ray Phoenix, which makes no sense because
he started
literally. Cal and I are sitting here looking at this bracket, and if Jeff Hardy loses, you literally have the opportunity to have an O'Reilly Fish match in the semifinals, which would have been a good story. Right. But you just want to have wrestling with no actual anything going on. So anyway, that happened. Then we had apparently, and how it was last night was just to get an ass kicked by the BCC. The Black Gold Combat Club versus the Butcher Blade and Alarico, because Jack Evans is no longer here.
Right.
We have to use Alarico before we stop texting and stop.
Right.
Which, by the way, this was actually beneath what they're building with these four people because this wasn't even a good beatdown. This was a torture club style beatdown. That's how bad it was.
Oh, it was close. It wasn't as bad, but it was close. Because Torture Club, they'll beat you down. They bring like 30 other people. I don't know what they would do with Bullet Club right now. There's some great stuff there, but that the 25 people showed up for no reason, getting really irritating. I will say this about ECT.
And before we go on, congratulations. This past weekend, there was a coronation. The king has a.
Well, yeah. Well, listen, I love Jay White. But let me make it clear, Jay White. You might have left every year, you did great things. Here's the negative, Jay White. You really think he's going to come back and beat Okada of all people? Nope.
Yeah,
I don't know, man.
They already trust Gaijin.
Well, they love Gaijin, and he's been very loyal.
Yes.
But it's also like, it's Okada, baby. They're about to do more American shows, and it's Okada. It's just like I tell people about like when John Cena was having his run. I'm like, well, listen, they're about to try to start to run overseas. But guess who will have either their name is going to be Randy Orton, it'll be John Cena, or it'll be Roman Reigns. It's one of those three. and you just get better. But yeah, I thought the qualifiers were mostly good. There were two better matches on Rampage. As a matter of fact, Rampage show most of the time.
I actually recommend now that you watch Rampage.
Yeah, Rampage is actually
Maybe it's a good show because they only have an hour and they get.
It's a good show because the Bucks and Tony clearly take Fridays off.
It's a good show because they hate me.
The Bucks and Tony have already gotten off the bus and are on to the next town. Oh, no. Bucks are too religious to coke. I'm sure there's some weed laws in California. No coke.
Here's the problem with their life.
Coke and Pepsi is Pepsi.
Every time I look at a Dynamite show, they do okay, good match, right? Now let's go in 20 segments package for like 4 or 5 minutes. You know,
and half of them are free. Tony Schiavone can't move that fast.
Right.
He couldn't move that fast for the 90s.
Right. And then, all right, let's do a tag match. Usually mostly good. All right, cool. All right, let's do 3 or 4 more things back. And they're all like shooting everywhere. Now, the MJF stuff is always good.
That's actually coming up next because, folks, AEW, you actually proved me wrong. I have to say it. They brought in a former WWE talent and they just fucking buried him. They brought in W. Morrissey.
Yeah.
Officially known as William Morrissey.
Yes.
And they fucking annihilated him.
So,
competitive match.
I mean, it started already. And then it turned. He didn't even do the power symphony. He just did one power bomb.
Yeah.
Which I was just like, just one?
For a guy who's like 4 times the size as most people he's beating up.
Right. I'm like, for a guy who's like this is my impact. It's like, I'm just sending you guys who aren't champions because I don't trust you.
No.
You
jobbed out Virtuoso. You jobbed out the Virtuoso.
I hadn't gotten to that yet. I don't want to hear anyone from AEW tell me that women's wrestling in WWE is bad ever again. Women's wrestling out of MLW is bad.
He tries to put women on in serious fashion. Sometimes it goes off the rails, but they at least try to stick to it.
Most of their main feel like the male main eventers.
They do.
They actually do it well enough still.
Yes.
I know we're skipping it. What the fuck was that? You finally get Deanna Purrazzo, so you can do this excellent match with Mercedes Martinez, and you crush their time. You crush their time. So they're basically working a 6-minute match in the 10 minutes you have left on TV because they don't really do an overrun. Yeah, they unified the ROH Women's Championships. What?
You want to know why the ROH hasn't come over?
She should write it. Like, all you got to do is watch Dynamite. It's clear. And it's like, I'm one of the few guys. I love wrestling so much. I actually still watch Dark Elevation. And yes,
first of all the props to Mercedes. She's not getting.
Well, yes,
for 15 years.
Yes.
But even she had to walk backstage and say to herself, "What the fuck is this?"
This goes for a minute.
For a minute. I do not want to hear how progressive AEW is ever again.
Oh, but don't forget, AEW asked for overflow time and used 2 minutes.
They barely go over. They barely go over. Apparently, they're a lot of 10. They barely ever go over 1 minute.
Vince will put Raw 7 minutes. That's usually his average.
Right.
7.
Because if you watch SmackDown,
He's giving 10.
if you watch SmackDown, technically they end SmackDown like 3 minutes early. Because they apparently Fox is very adamant, like, hey, by 1 minute after the next hour, your show's off the air. Like we have to do local news for everything is. And I hate to say it, I guess it's a matter of opinion. SmackDown was most times better than that, man. I'm sorry.
A lot of repeat matches on SmackDown, but they seem to be going places.
Here's what pisses me off about the bad shit on Dynamite.
Yeah.
Their fans give it a pass.
Yeah.
Their hardcore give it a pass.
Yeah.
Listen, WWE hardcores are out there and they're annoying. But I have never seen them do something egregious with pass. Like, everyone hated what happened to Karrion Kross. Even the hardcores. Most of the hardcores are like, yeah, they're not getting a wait and see pass on this. This is horseshit. Why are they treating this guy like this? Like this is a guy they can build. And then of course they really.
From the moment they saw that helmet, like Twitter literally.
Yeah. Right. Like if this is what you're gonna do, right? If this is what you're gonna do with let him do something else.
Yeah.
And I'll give the WWE hardcore.
They couldn't pull off the helmet, Ron Simmons did.
Well, because it was a terrible gimmick.
What was the gimmick? We still don't know.
He won that helmet once for an NXT show, and for some reason, Bruce Pritchard thought that man could track shit. I know you got the man cow. He's very legendary, but that guy not book cats in a fight. I don't know why he's not book pro wrestling. It's
Towing that line is a little protect.
Well, Corey Graves, what the hell you want for this podcast? Bruce Pritchard's still on a script on that damn podcast.
yeah. Really.
It's insane. It's absolutely insane. Just to kind of run through some stuff that
I really wondered if he had some sort of like gambling problem.
yeah, right.
Because I don't know how you get set the ass all the time.
Jesse's favorite part of the night clearly was the fact that Hangman had a page calls out to Phillip Brooks and give that one time.
Here's the thing.
Promoting a world champion.
Right.
Sean,
Here's the thing. People thought this was a heel turn. Clearly it wasn't. He was just saying the obvious. You guys can cheer CM Punk all you want. Spoiler. Beat his ass.
it's the most believable he's been.
Right, it's the most believable he's been in the whole time.
There's also Chris KK Jericho.
Yeah. His new nickname, he's calling himself the Wizard.
Dressed like a Ku Klux member. That was as close to a Ku Klux Klan costume I've ever seen. That package made no this happened.
What happened?
Who on the show, by the way, put Jericho in their Mount Rushmore?
I mean, I love
He's one of the greatest of all time.
It was one of your buddies who put Jericho on the Mount Rushmore during your first episode.
Oh, no.
Oh, do that.
I feel like he's trying to be too relevant now and too.
How is the cool relevant?
I'm just saying, like, he's the one.
Come on, Jesse. Am I lying? Sorry, Jesse, am I lying? Saying about that?
Cal, I'm going to let you finish talking. Yeah, Cal.
That's you always got to reinvent yourself. It seems like he's trying to find the next one.
Weekly?
So that he can have like, he can have his whole like faces of Foley. It's like he's got 9 different things. It's just like
And he
take
beats
the one, stick to it.
and he beats Santana, one of their young tag team.
And then same with don't be like Hardy. Stick to one. But with that, though, I just look at it and I'm like, where's the up and comer?
Right.
Yeah.
The guy that you
Nothing against Ray Phoenix, but Ray's not exactly a young spring
Yeah,
chicken.
a lot more injuries for him recently.
Yeah.
Everyone out there pretty much is almost a WWE guy too.
Yeah.
Was the other thing I feel is like, I saw Dante get a match to qualify or whatever. That would have been great to have one in there so that they can build
He lost to Ray, so yeah.
the star.
Yeah.
And give him like the momentum to get the finals and just come up short. Like, hey, it's not your time, kid. Maybe next year.
Well, yeah, and also it's funny that you speak upon young talent that they've forgotten about. For some strange reason, I don't know. Jesse, I feel like I asked you. Maybe I'll ask you. So Brian Pillman, and he really done much House of Black over the last 3 months. He calls out House of Black because Julia Hart is actually doing halfway decent stuff with the House of Black. Randomly, she's been doing it in the women's division, and she's been by herself. You haven't seen the Varsity Blondes. I don't know if the Varsity Blondes are just back calling out the House of Black. So we dropped this 3 months, and now we're coming back.
Well, this is classic AEW. Okay, long-term story. Shit for 3 months. It's
Let me be very clear. Let me be extremely clear. First, back to Jericho. He's a Hall of Famer.
No doubt. Yep.
New Japan, wherever.
Is not the pain like earlier stuff back in the day.
Yeah. You know what? I give the Kingmaker a lot of credit because I thought that was a lot of fun, and it was a twist to his character. I did not mind the heel Jericho when AEW started. I was one of them. I liked it because that crowd should hate him. He's a WWE guy. Even though he started WCW, he's a WWE guy.
Yep.
Oh, wait! You look like a clan member? What? Were you that insulted by the NBA crowd? Are you that kid? What? This is shit!
They scan and he's like, they skull.
I was so loud. I'm sorry. When you listen to the podcast, guys, the audio went out a little bit because I got a lot of it. I apologize.
Yeah.
This is stupid. What? This is why Vince is there, and he always goes to certain things. No.
There's no game.
Everyone's like Vince McMahon puts the dumpstuff on television. Never put a Klansman on television. He never put a Klansman on television. I can remember. Find the footage. It's ridiculous. But last I checked, there was no Klansman.
This is so fucking dumb.
Yeah. You did have the killer's thing, though, right?
That was That'll give him.
But like there, all you're doing is you're not insulting an entire race.
And then the knockoff of the guy was the name? Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Who's just turning into a vampire?
Chris Jericho's a fucking idiot. That's the problem.
I
have no problem with it because I loved Chris Jericho back then. But this Chris Jericho, I remember once there was a video that went up that he took heat for because this lady tried to come punch him in the face as he was getting into the escort truck, and he slapped her. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. To himself.
Yes.
Nowadays, after a Bobby concert, I'm going to jail because somebody needs to whoop his ass. I'm like, this is terrible. What are you doing?
I was going to say, why wait till after you see the VIP thing beforehand?
You know what? That's right. Like,
I like I've seen him,
Fozzie's great.
But
Jericho's the problem. The Fozzie's great.
Rich and those guys are excellent musicians. I love Fozzie.
I just hope you
And by the way, you're like fucking 5 months into this Eddie Kingston thing. When does it end?
Yeah, I don't see anything.
I do the WWE. And he's
still fucking better about it.
Also, Thunder Rosa called out Serena Deeb. Can't wait for that to happen.
That's going to be a great match as long as they give it time. Not 6 minutes. Not during the middle of the show. Don't just throw it on Rampage where no one fucking really watches still. Right.
Here's the thing. If you still have pay-per-view, under what circumstances does it make any sense to never build to it?
Yeah, when I went to the show in Minneapolis, I was like, where are the big stars to make me want to buy tickets the next night?
Right.
The only big star I saw out that night, not jumping Jericho's train here, but that was the only star that was coming out. But yet Dan Bryan, the Bucks, all them did signings that day, but they weren't there.
Right.
I was like, oh shit, I'm coming Friday. Daniel Bryan's coming out here just to bring up this match. Nothing.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, and I went to WWE the next day, and I was like, that's shit. They're more trying to get you to go
Yeah.
versus this show.
Right.
And then of course we go into the main event that Jesse already got talked to. The reason why we're going into it is Jesse's already explained the issues with the 6 minutes, but here's according to Forbes, which is all true. Here's some fun little highlights, shall I? The match didn't start until 6:50 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. As AEW gave limited time to the first 2 main eventers, although apparently this Excalibur with a straight face, word for word, guys, with a straight face, Excalibur claimed, "We will sit with this match as long as they need to, even if it goes 60 minutes." Okay. Ring announcer Bobby Cruz referred to her as one half of the ROH Women's Champion. That was Mercedes Martinez's entry. And then Deanna Purrazzo got heat for refusing to honor the code of honor, and Mercedes Martinez, somewhat surprisingly, this is actually what it says. Somewhat surprisingly, won the undisputed Ring of Honor Women's Champion, and the match even went a couple of minutes past 7 p.m. Pacific time.
Holy shit!
Wow.
I mean, do they not have something during the time to be like?
Oh, they do. Oh, they do.
Going, oh, we're just the back end here, and that easily just change the match that night. Then,
or I don't know, save it for next week when maybe you don't have a bunch of shit that's all backed up.
Do something to build more.
Hell, this would be on Rampage.
Oh yeah.
You should get time on Rampage. But so that was Dynamite for the week.
Like I said, you still have the match, but just find a way to progress the story. Then,
Yeah.
if you know, okay, we got 6 minutes.
Well, the pay-per-view's coming up. Isn't it Forbidden Door?
Next 2 weeks. Within 2 weeks, yeah.
No, Forbidden Door's in June. They did a pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Up here. So you couldn't wait 2 weeks to give these women ample time on what is always a 4.5-hour show, which even Vince stopped doing.
I think that's a show in Vegas.
Is it a Vegas show?
Double or nothing.
What?
Is that a double or nothing 2 weeks for
I
Okay, before we go, okay, I have a question because Leroy's heard this. I've heard this. Cal, have you heard before we get into the draft here? Have you heard the statistics given on the last 2 Tornet podcasts on the gimmick matches? The amount they had in EW that basically also discluded, and remember they discluded 10-man triple threats.
Right.
Like that. Have you heard the statistics on this?
So just to start, I'm going to show my buddy Randy because he fucking loves Hornet. I just not get that cheating ball in there. So I can say that I can't stand Hornet because he's like hard and hard. He just like
Not
against.
Before,
I have Hornet signed for the fuck you can.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I
love the fact.
I just can't listen to it.
Yeah. Anyway,
I love the fact that, by the way, Brett re-upped with WWE's Legends contract, by the way. For those who don't know, that went under the radar. He re-upped for 5 more years on his Legends
but
contract.
you want to know what's interesting?
I'm going to host that belt in 80.
No, hold on. Here's the interesting part about that. Apparently, this is the brilliance behind Tony Khan. That was only for merchandising. So Tony Khan never booked him for the Owen Hart thing because he was like, oh, he's already sold. So Tony Khan never even checked. Brett missed any bookings. He missed other things. He missed out on an AEW paycheck because Tony didn't double check the contract. It was solely a merchandise deal. So Tony Khan's not even paying attention to one of the biggest stars in the history of the business.
Nice, right. Yeah, double nothing is May 29th.
Okay,
Yeah.
so the Virtuosa.
T-Mobile Arena.
Yeah.
Brett?
T-Mobile Arena.
Yep, Vegas, yeah.
The Virtuosa and Mercedes Martinez, did I say more? We're given 6 minutes on a basic cable show instead of waiting 14 days for pay-per-view.
To be fair, you know, it's only 9, so 3 weeks. 3 weeks. Whatever. Happy Mother's Day, by the way. Happy Mother's Day.
All right, anyway.
You want to know why she's going to be giving more time of love? Got
All right, so now we will move on. Cal and I will once again put on our suits. We're moving to the 3rd round of the draft, folks. Jesse, I believe you are now an hour on. 3 minutes.
you got more time than Deanna Purrazzo.
Yeah.
But you know, talking about, if somebody needs something to wear, you look behind me, you see these lovely shirts, and I'm wearing one, so is Zach. 13 cars, so change. $20. You get this lovely shirt. You got to deal with our images on it, but I think they're really good.
I think
I think they turned out really
I
well.
think Jesse looks fantastic.
It does. So
Yeah,
contact us through our page, messenger. Here, Jesse, we'll answer as soon as we can. We're working, we're busy. But yeah, $20. We can send you a shirt, or if you live in Duluth, come find me. $20. Well, I work in surgery now, but
Also, not just our shirts, but there is also another local shirt maker / clothes maker here in town. Where if you are ever coming to a show, you want to come visit us and the wonderful, beautiful. Look how beautiful this man is on my camera. He's just beautifying it up. There is handmade Mama Zach. Can you tell people more about this wonderful business?
I would absolutely love to. Handmade Mama LLC, homemade children's clothing booths, open Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Located in the Holiday Center on the second floor across the Skywalk Subway restaurant in the Holiday Center of
Correct.
All the products at Handmade Mama LLC are available online at handmademamallc.com. Free shipping on all U.S. orders. We offer custom clothing orders for children and adults. All of the products are made with American milled fabrics, but also printed in the U.S. with organic ink. Please follow on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and at TikTok at Handmade Mama LLC. Yes. So, ladies and gentlemen, we would absolutely love to support Kayla in her event there. Jesse, I paused for that wonderful plug, but you now are back on the clock at 2 minutes for.
Correct.
Cal, would you like to remind the viewers what the third round will be open for?
The third round in the subject here is
I just like
former world champion Upper Carter.
All right. See, you already have that pick ready.
This was easy.
And that with that being said, maybe my little plug here.
Yeah,
Well, me.
Looks at the pick here. I will do a giveaway on my podcast page, Friends of the Squared Circle. Whoever comments that they wear a large or extra large when I make the post today, I will buy the T-shirt. You just comment what size you wear, and I will buy you a T-shirt.
Hey.
There we go.
Friends of the Squared Circle on Facebook.
There we go. Super happy with that.
All
All right, so with the first pick in the third round of former world champion Upper Mid Carter, Jesse Stowe selects the King, Jay White. Switchblade will be going to Jesse's promotion, and I'm sure Jesse will have quite the bouts between the real best bout machine in the world, Josh Alexander.
Yes.
Jay White.
Yes.
And I believe that would probably be your first feud to open your first show.
And just a bill to let my competitor know that at some point I'm sending an invader to his promotion. And that invader is the king. Bow for your king.
Cal, any thoughts on Jesse going with arguably one of the best talents not currently
I
playing?
mean, he's sticking to his draft. Like I said before, Jay White's pretty solid over there, but not very well known.
Right.
Again, another talent that he could bring to the masses here. Hopefully, you use him more than AEW did.
Well, I'll use them a lot better than they did for sure.
I
Yeah.
feel like that's a strong pick. Let's say it's pretty good. I wouldn't say it's excellent because I don't know much about it, but it could be a solid one.
Which is fair, and I think it's just kind of going for it. It wants the American side to really question some of the picks because they're going to get quite shocked when the show is actually put together there. Because
Correct.
obviously, I think people are going to know Josh Alexander,
Mhm.
but then all of a sudden you put Josh Alexander in there with the King, and Jesse's like, "I told you." Leroy is, I believe, ready with his next pick, but he is currently on the clock at that time.
You see, with my picks, I want to give the fans who have been a little bit misled by certain promotion that we were just talking about. The fact that I'm going to give you up and coming stars. I'm not going to give you every treat match you want, but I'm going to give you a lot of what you want and something you and your children can follow for the 15 years together.
Yeah, no, that's very nice. Leroy, I believe you are ready with your next pick.
There we go.
All right, so we'll take a quick look at this. I'll be
And
showing this over.
Cal, I think they're picked now.
Okay, yeah.
Sorry about that. previous legend.
With
I went another way with that one because
Right, no,
yeah.
with the 6 overall pick, 13 cards to change draft in the first round, second pick. Leader selects the Scottish Warrior, Drew McIntyre. That's a very solid pick. I feel like this is a star that for two-time that is eventually going to just go to the mountain. I love Drew. I love him back. You know, and chosen one. Yes. Such a I love this pick. I like Drew. Him and Barbara, I thought I couldn't think between them. Bunch of on Jesse's. This, I mean, if he was a world champion, he would be in there too. Yeah. That's a solid pick. Jesse, this is the big lock. As you start on fourth round, so we were looking
up and what I was, thinking about, thinking ahead of Drew, thinking about the Prince. And because that would have been really fun against
I think that also you remember it. I guess I was a little late, but after the seventh round, you each get 3 compensatory picks.
Correct.
Which you might want to make sure those boards are well. We have that's where we are.
You can't have him.
Whoops.
He's retired. You cannot have him.
I'm sorry about that. All right, the show.
I had the volume off, and I turned it on to check out.
I will tell you why I didn't pick Bobby Lashley. As Cal, right. Which actually I already have.
Okay, perfect. Why don't you pass the pick?
All right, sounds good.
And then let's talk to Cal there.
So Cal,
This is the
tag team.
This is your first overall tag team. Oh,
Cal was absolutely right in the fact that it's about the future. It's not just about the present. It's about the future. You getting the first overall pick, the more I thought about it, was a blessing. Because you have to Babe Ruth there, you take Babe Ruth. Michael Jordan and Wayne Gretzky are there. You take them because they're in their prime. But they're in their prime already. And I like I said, I don't blame you. That would have been my first pick if I had the number 1 overall pick.
Yeah, I was trying to hide that.
Josh is solid.
But well, here's what I'm getting at. After him, this trend would have started because Roman is the guy that gets people in the doors because he's well known, he's loved, he's respected. He's a tribal chief. He's head of the table.
So you would say that you're sticking to your board.
But I'm very happy with sticking to my board. It was a blessing because I went, let me use my wrestling knowledge of what I know and all the fucking pro wrestling I watch. And I'm very happy with what I've been doing. Now, this next one will actually shock you, I believe.
Ladies and gentlemen,
If you picked it up much, I'd be very shocked.
the first overall tag team picked in I believe the 4th round.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the New Japan Pro Wrestling and Leroy, sorry, but there ain't nobody realer than GOP, the Gorillas of Destiny.
Yes.
The Tongas are going
Click. Boom.
are going to Jesse's promotion, and Jesse, you certainly have a team that you're over there all of a sudden.
No, that's great.
Okay.
I just got to mention off week.
No. All of a sudden, Leroy's like, I should have made a trade.
Here's the thing.
This is how it's
Yes. Yeah. Now, here's the thing.
Adopted stuff.
Right. Here's the thing about the Gorillas.
Yeah.
I'm only going to have it for 5 years.
Yeah.
Because they're a bit old. But
They can work all days.
they're going to work all the days. They're going to do all the promotion. All I got to do is get the platform. They're going to do all the promotion.
Yes.
And they're going to put butts in seats because if I get to the interviews, people are showing up.
Is that a lot why they went to Impact sort of change out of the group? Is because they're kind of in the twilight, they're trying to get a little more
Right, and I think it's also a way to it's a way to get because the best thing about Roman Reigns being the head of the table is people now look into the Samoan dynasty family, and when you kind of see their names come up under Haku, people now research them and go, "Oh, who are these dudes?"
Yeah.
Not even realize they've been around for about 15 years already. Or one of them about 10 because he served in the military for a long time.
Yeah.
But yeah, great tag team, great promos. Unceremoniously kicked out of Bullet Club by my man Jim White. To see the issue I've had with him this year. But otherwise,
I'm sorry you won't be here for this, but next week Jesse has to get on his soapbox for current book club booking. Sorry, Jesse. I'm gonna give you a week. I'll still hurt you. All right, Leroy, I must call that the time is up. The pick must be in, and if it is not in the next 15 seconds, Jesse, I will allow you to immediately move on to your.
Oh, no, I got it.
Your
Sorry.
Sorry.
but I spoke to when I first started. Yep.
All right, so Leroy's tag team is in. He wants to make sure Jesse doesn't see this. By the way, gentlemen, Cal has recently reported that the Players Association has agreed compensatory picks will now include tag teams.
Okay.
As full. Very interesting.
I thought you would like that one. Oh.
With the 8th overall pick and the second tag team pick in the first ever 13 card subject to change draft, Leroy Britton has picked the new Impact Tag Team Champions, the Briscoe Brothers.
Wow.
You're welcome.
Okay.
I just want to say, shoosh. No one picked my orders, but these are solid picks, gentlemen.
We look at pick him.
Yeah, I'm just kidding. I want to get my little line out. I don't want to give away who you should pick.
Son of a bitch. I wouldn't even have thought to do the Briscoes.
Jesse's had a rough year with acknowledging that GCW is a thing.
Really?
You gotta hold the people at GCW.
I do because I always get to them too late. I get to them like 2 or 3 weeks too late.
Jesse, if you'd like to explain anything you are on for the next round, Cal would like to know where he's picking or what.
Wild card.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. Actually,
Wild card by definition is anyone cannot be currently signed AEW or WWE. And yes, if they are signed AEW but they're not in television, they still count. If they're under contract in AEW in any way, they're unpickable. Okay.
Jesse's got the pick ready.
Yep.
With his wild card, pass that over.
I think mine might be better than yours.
We'll see. It is outside of the normal round.
And we have a lovely little thing here. Jesse's going to come to the podium and announce his pick himself.
So I love it.
Because you can't pronounce it.
That's right.
Saya Kamatani, the Wonder of Stardom, basically the Stardom World Champion.
Not the Princess Champion?
Not the Princess Champion, the World Champion. Saya, we talked about her a couple of weeks ago.
Okay.
Has been on such a roll since October. For those who don't know, if you've never watched World of Joshi, who is a friend of Steve and Lars, by the way, go follow her on Twitch. So if you ever want to know about Joshi wrestling, she'll go in depth, but explain it enough anytime she watches it that you even the dumbest person can go, okay, I get it. Yeah. Saya is 25. So she has all the talent in the world at 25 as Bianca Belair, Io Shirai.
Who just turned 32, by the way.
Yeah.
At this point, Jesse's going to...
Is someone who just left WWE and Candice LeRae.
Yeah.
Saya is special.
By the way, it was surprising to me because maybe that was a favor to Johnny, was to kind of let her contract run.
Probably.
Probably. When I told people on social media, I don't believe it. At first, it wasn't that I was, again, spiteful.
Yeah.
They've had a bad month.
Yeah.
But it's just because Very rarely does WWE do something like that.
Right.
Maybe Johnny, who knows?
Right. And here's the thing. What I see in Saya is an absolute chance that if AEW or WWE hit her, you cannot blow it. Because WWE screwed up a little bit with Saray recently as well. So Saya K also now built with Bianca, and I love the start of my organization.
Part.
Yeah, I'm okay.
Okay.
with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Even
Jesse?
though I look at it, yeah, I'm okay
With the next pick, with the next pick, in the card subject to draft, we don't have time to list the amount of championships, but Jesse, Leroy selects Matt Cardona with the next pick. The
NWA World Champion,
current, yes,
GCW World Champion, former, IWTP Champion, former. There's so many. Yeah. Yes.
yes.
I
I believe Jesse has. Are you on the board for managers as well?
Yes. Wow. You know what? Only reason I think of him as a wild card is my recent thought of him as AEW.
Is it weird to tell? These two will just deal with their picks right now. Just kind of talk to you for a second. Do you find it odd that even though Jesse seems to be on a bit of a interesting momentum with his winning of all these picks, all of a sudden the last couple of rounds, Jesse kind of thrown for a loop with Leroy's been drafted.
Yeah, Leroy's. I mean, when I heard the draft order, he did change from head to tails, and I was like, dude, you know what? I mean, he's got some good steals here. I mean, you were going to start that you draft like the Jets, or are you going to draft like the Cowboys? These boys pretty strong. Like, this is pretty interesting. The Riders, not going to lie, number 10 there.
Officially, Leroy entered him as Zack Ryder. So.
Well, I wrote Riders. That's what I know him as.
Oh, well, I put him as what he's.
Yeah.
But yeah,
You're fine. You're fine.
I honestly feel like that might be a skill right there that came out of left field. I mean,
You're welcome.
this could be another guy that left WWE and will come back world champion, maybe not the prime dog.
Yeah, this
man draft right there. I
This
got
manager
call right
there.
I mean, he can go.
There really is.
I mean, he's a happy current.
Has to be currently coming.
Oh, okay.
See, that's the hard thing. We're trying to think about it. It's kind of difficult.
I am not throwing away.
Okay.
This is your free trade that I just gave you.
Oh, a free trade.
Yeah.
Oh, no. I'm not worried about a free trade. I'm good.
Jesse has selected officially in the 13 card subject to use draft as a on-screen manager. And Jesse, this person must stay in that role. They have no role.
Right.
Gator.
Oh.
Jesse has decided to pick the former creator of the Rainmaker, I believe.
Yes.
You get me free because, yeah.
Because the other choice for him now is obvious.
What? Not necessarily.
Because
Two of them.
here's the thing. I go Paul. I don't think you know where to go.
So you throw a layup.
So I believe I treated the layup.
I know.
Because there were 5 in my head.
I had
3 of them are kind of obscure if you don't watch Impact, you don't know too much about MLW. One was Alicia Tout. I don't know if you guys know anything about Alicia Tout.
I thought it was completely different.
Otherwise, from to MJF fans, big tits. That's what he calls her in every interview.
oh, she got it.
She does have. Gato, because of his understanding of pro wrestling history, even having him on TV with one of the compensatory picks that I hope to pick up, I think would do wonders for any. I don't believe Jay White ever needed Gato, but it damn sure helped. So Gato comes with Jay White. My promotion.
I had 3. So if you would have Paul, I still would have had a couple of that, I think.
Okay.
Well,
For the first time since the first overall pick, Leroy, you are officially now on the clock. You will have 1 minute for a male single wrestler. You already have it.
manager.
No manager, but I need to go ahead and just put you on the clock for your singles record.
Oh, I get it.
There you go, Cal. Leroy selects Paul Heyman.
Right.
But, I mean, at this point, I think Leroy, with the fact that he has been behind it, has needed to really be safe with this pick, because this is going to be someone that's going to sort of build on camera what he's doing.
Honestly, if
You're also going to get a great line there too.
if you would have Paul Heyman, pretty good chance, about 90%, I would have been MVP right after.
Okay.
That
Okay.
solid, great talker would have been good.
Now,
Yes. I just
I'm going to spoil something for you.
okay.
I was going to go with Malcolm Bivens.
Oh, really?
But then when that happened, for contract there. So, and that killed me because Malcolm Bivens is my age and very, very good.
Yes.
But he was so unhappy that he felt that he needed to take a break from pro wrestling.
By the way,
I have no problem.
no, yeah.
Um,
By the way, that wasn't really an issue with WWE. That was sort of, he was kind of done with the run. Because they obviously offered him more money to come back.
he said he was on burnout. So,
Which happens. All right. So before Leroy gets into his male singles wrestler, gentlemen, we have decided that we are going to have a little contest with the compensatory picks.
okay.
The winner of the best 2 out of 3, which I'll explain in a second, gets a 2-1 format. You get 2 compensatory picks before the opponent gets 1.
Okay.
So, Leroy, do you have your singles wrestler?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, Leroy, you're passing that over.
I do like that.
Okay.
I think
All right. Cal.
I think I do like this one too.
All right.
Cal,
So, the male wrestler, Leroy selects with his final official pick in the draft.
my first time I got picked first since the first round. I'm proud of myself.
Braun Breaker.
Okay. Okay.
So, Jesse, you have 1 minute. Get your
I don't need a minute.
I think it's a solid pick.
Jesse's already
I
ready.
don't even need a
We're
minute.
gonna pass that
You're
over.
Yeah.
With the final pick in the draft before we move to the compensatory contest. Jesse selects Sean Moxley.
I feel like Braun might still been there, but the way he's been drafted.
All right.
Right.
So AJ's contest is a best 2 out of 3 falls contest between Jesse and Leroy.
Okay.
I have. Hold on. I have.
All right.
Hold up. The WWE males roster.
Okay.
Current males roster. I'm going to give you the real name of these men.
Okay.
Yeah, win.
Maybe.
And
We'll
the
see.
first person, Cal will decide who essentially buzzes in first.
I will not.
Should we like raise our hands or something?
Yeah.
Okay.
I will not look at my phone. I know that.
Okay. All right.
Oh,
So-
you know what? That's right. Here. Now on camera, Cal has my phone.
All right. So
Right there.
the first name, Gary Wood.
Oh, Ooh, come on.
I know. This is about to say it. So familiar. That's a
Can I ask for if I get a clue?
All right. Would both of you like a clue?
Yes.
Is currently in a long-running tag team.
Is it Otis?
No.
Shit!
Oh no, I know.
Billy and Jim Snyder and Nico.
That's Nick.
That's Nico.
Oh, is it Nico?
Yeah.
I really thought it was Gary.
That's great.
That's a great name. Long running tag team.
You're right.
Long running
A current tag team that has been on WWE programming for, I would say, the last 7. I would say. I'd say 5.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Wow.
Years active, 2016.
And a tank.
He gets
That's right. He gets that fucked up. That's right. My bad. Damn.
Team going on right now.
Yep. The current tag team.
I really thought it was actually running.
No.
I did.
Um,
I'm a little shit right
If you
now.
would like to pass, yes, I will give you a clue. However, you are subject to just
I know. What was this name we got?
Gary.
I like that name.
That's the real thing.
Is that for free?
Oh, that's right.
Right.
Is-
The line.
Has he been? I can't.
The thing with WWE, as I've already stated, just can't get
Right.
2016 was when he started his run in this tag team. And they've been consistently that tag team since.
Since 2016.
So we're going on about 7 years.
Ooh. Crap.
If you'd like to pass,
Damn.
I actually like the
Time ones where I just kinda- Damn. I mean, this really sucks.
I feel like it's
Yeah.
Yeah. 2016.
He definitely doesn't look like a Gary.
He does.
Oh,
No, 100%. I agree.
I like the name though.
Yeah,
I
that's
feel like
good.
there's some.
Would you like to pass?
Oh, Montez Ford. I just whipped that one.
No.
Shit. Was I even close?
All right. So now the next clue.
I'm trying to think of somebody who's been around.
The
for a
next
while.
clue is they are one of only 2 teams who are tag team Triple Crown winners in WWE.
So Eric C. Raw and SmackDown.
Yes. Jesse.
Shit, I could be wrong. I'm thinking it's one of the Viking Raiders. I know you guys shake your head yes or no.
The other team was the Revival.
Who are gone now?
Yep.
Is it Eric?
It is not.
Fuck!
In fact, the Viking Raiders are not tag team champions in NXT.
Oh, they didn't beat the Undisputed Era.
Leroy. NXT tag team champion.
They won in Raw, yeah.
Tag team champion and SmackDown.
I think they won on SmackDown too, though, for a short time.
They were all 3.
Yes. Still an active team.
Oh my god! Yeah, no, people are listening.
You're an idiot.
Oh god! God dang it! Now I gotta think.
This is a good first one. This is really good.
This is a good first one. I was like, we're getting stumped here because I guess who was in NXT and who did that? I don't know. Like, oh, that's cool.
Well, the problem is that one of the real pissed. That's all I know.
Probably me. Probably me.
Will be. I might be mad about it too.
Doesn't look like Gary.
I have more obscure facts to allow you guys not to necessarily get it. If you'd like to pass, I've got one fact that could help you, Leroy.
Yeah, I'm gonna pass.
Okay.
I'm not gonna.
This gentleman stands 6'5".
No.
You're Jesse, he passed. You can answer.
No.
You can answer if you want. You gotta raise your hand and make sure you tell.
It's just right.
6 foot.
No, actually, if you were to pass, I won't hold you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Current tag team.
Current tag team.
team.
I love these kinds of segments because everyone's like, "Oh, you're not doing anything." Like, "Oh, damn."
Been together since NXT?
I see.
Definitely doesn't look like Gary.
Does not look like that at all. Looks like the name they gave him.
Yes.
On the main roster?
Yep. Currently.
Jobber?
No, it's not.
No one in the Jobber.
Fuck. Don't repeat that word. I just realized it was mine.
You know, Daddy, because I'm original.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, shit. Shot in the dark.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh god. I can't remember the name of the tag team, but it's kind of in my head. Let's see.
They're gonna kill.
Yeah, because I mean, I don't want to give too much away.
Yeah. So Jesse had the plus in some field.
Okay.
Her name was Crawford. In NXT.
Man, this is WWE does such a great job of not having these guys.
Yeah.
I don't even fucking
No, Miss Gary, and never coming.
Would you guys like to pass on this one?
Oh my
I don't.
I'll take your pass. It's on you. I'm ashamed right now.
It's bad.
It's Angelo.
No, God!
God.
Watch the money.
As soon as he said around the court, I was like, "It's really Gary, right?" He does not look like
Hey?
Yep.
he does not look. He does not look like a Gary. I do like the name Gary Gordon. Though.
Yeah. No.
He's a black dude named Gary. No! Clearly!
How many white guys in there you know any besides me?
There you go.
That's true.
No!
All right. We'll move on. Would you guys like a little bit of softball?
No.
Okay.
Share. Man, they're gonna put my fucking black card for that. Oh my god.
Real name is Charlie Betts.
Oh.
Wait. Charlie Betts? Quick question. Former Intercontinental Champion?
No.
Okay.
Currently on the main roster, also in a tag team.
Oh, fuck.
That is correct.
Yeah. I know. Good job, man. I knew I was.
Leroy is on the board. All right.
Shush.
That brings me back to the time he was a little player and I didn't eat it. And then the
Oh.
next day, I guess he started NXT.
Oh, wow.
I also
Right.
Kenneth Ford is actually Monica's real name, and Wikipedia had it sort of.
Oh,
okay.
All right. Anyway.
Yeah.
All right.
So I could pick anybody.
No.
Oh, what is it?
This is best 2 out of 3.
Yeah.
Oh,
We're not done with this. Because this is
Good job, man.
Because this is way too much fun.
That was really
All
good.
right. Currently on Raw
Okay.
and in a major Raw storyline. Real name, Sydney Bateman.
Because this is a female wrestler.
I'm just gonna tell you right now, it's not.
Shut the fuck up. Really?
a Sydney. Oh,
Currently involved in an ongoing Raw storyline.
You said major storyline?
It's on TV.
Sydney. Oh,
you have.
oh shit.
I don't honestly have an idea.
Okay, so Leroy's out.
No.
I'll turn this now to move forward, but go ahead.
Oh,
Girl, get though.
oh, god damn it. It's
There's some good ones out
there.
there. They thought this was gonna be easy.
Mid-card feed right now, right?
Sure, we'll call it mid-card, dude.
Okay.
Okay.
It's never.
It is. Just,
Yeah.
It is never easy coming from Zach when you throw some of this stuff at us.
Damian Priest.
Incorrect.
Fuck!
We'll move on. That person was Reggie.
Definitely a female. I almost said, and he says, it's a male.
That was Reggie.
Reggie?
Yeah, that's what I've seen. So,
He's running Sydney?
Sydney. Yeah.
All right. Real name, also involved in a major Raw story.
By the way, that was a fucking lie last night. 24/7 is not major.
No. A major Raw story is TV every week.
Just because the feature doesn't.
I mean,
All right. Currently in a major Raw story, weekly on television, real name, Luis Martinez.
Oh, I think it's one of Los Lotharios. Is it?
Yes. Most of
For this one specifically?
that's why as soon as I saw it, I'm like, oh, okay.
Los Lotharios are
They're on
They're on SmackDown.
Yeah.
Oh man, this is so embarrassing. I was totally understand but
No.
no, Luis Martinez.
Oh,
Oh, Rey Mysterio.
No. No.
Oh shit.
Literally, yes.
Gaming Priest.
Yes! That's
Hey!
I know you did that one on purpose just to
I don't know if it's Jeffrey Sculio.
Jeff. Oh, no, a Jeffrey.
We got Kevin Steen.
Well, that would have been easy.
We've got
Well, that one might have thrown him a little bit.
oh yeah, definitely.
I'm gonna keep going.
Yeah, we have Mr.
Man, good job. Congratulations.
We have
man.
Mr. Tommaso Whitney.
Well, Tomas is the first name though, so
Yeah.
Kevin Steen would be easy.
We made Kevin Steen, Adele Alam,
That's Mustafa Ali.
Ali, Hassan Assad.
That's
MVP.
yeah.
I can't even say Omos' real name, so that
Gold. It starts with a G, I believe, right?
no. His real name is Lupe Oma
I believe it's from Ghana.
Yes.
Damn.
Yeah. All right. So, Leroy, here's how this works. You
Yes.
get 2 compensatory picks before Jesse gets 1.
And I fucking guessed Damian Priest at the wrong time.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
You're welcome.
I flipped that pencil card, my bad.
It's
Jesus.
You're so mad about Gary Gordon. GG.
I'm feeling
What you then, Gary?
So I can do 2 at one time right now.
Yes.
Is one.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes. There's 1 compensatory picks. Can be anybody.
Black wrestling is gonna take my fucking black card away from that. That's horrible. Holy shit.
You might understand.
I'm not gonna go in, bro.
I do is Gary. Somebody like what's your name?
They were like, get the fuck out of here. No,
Yeah, they would.
like Jake Paul.
When I talk about my buddy Montel, what do you already assume? You know what I mean?
Well, I think I already was skinny because they did a thing before they won the tag team champions.
Oh,
Yeah.
All right.
Here's my 2.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, Leroy has 2 compensatory picks.
I like my one.
Leroy's first compensatory pick is MJF Jacob Friedman. And the second compensatory pick is the Beast Incarnate Brock Lesnar. Jesse, you have.
You can fucking have Brock.
I mean, I would have put Brock pretty high up.
Yeah.
Not me.
Butts in the
Jesse,
seats.
Jesse, you now get one pick before Leroy gets his last pick. So you can go ahead, Jesse. I will give you 1 minute on the clock.
Yeah, one more after that.
Please take Brock Lesnar. Get him the fuck out of here. I love Brock. I just can't do it.
He can't deal with Brock. You got some Brock.
I get it. It's another like belt. I feel.
You feel that Leroy, based on the roster, though, has the correct roster for
You two ain't ready for this.
I think
I feel that MJF is better on
Now read the name. Those weren't ready for this pick.
Ladies and gentlemen,
might be not steal.
yeah. Well, first of all, this will not be used. First of all,
It'll be used way better.
Gato versus team
Right.
makes this a lot better, ladies and gentlemen. Not the Alpha, but the Omega. Kenny Omega will be going to Jesse's wrestling promotion. Healthy, by the way.
The battle cry, baby.
Continue to
One range.
Jesse, you are now going for your picks.
All right. Well, I thought I had to do it first.
You're well, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Leroy's running that down now. Cal, so far, how these looking out?
They're pretty stacked on both sides. I mean, I like the way that Jesse's going, not going with the norm and building up, whereas Leroy doesn't have
past their prime stars.
Well,
he
yeah.
has more coming into their prime or at where they are.
If we were doing like a be a GM mode, do you think that Leroy would have the lead? Obviously early, probably because of the, the names of the stars. But like, how long do you think Jesse's roster would probably take to catch up? Do you think before they start doing a little more?
I mean, realistically,
I have to do this just because of
whereas I mean, it's we're armature quarterback here.
Yeah.
Leroy will be established where Jesse has to prove it.
Yeah.
But then again, stars always fade.
And that's kind of where Jesse, I think,
one injury to Roman with his news today.
Well,
Yeah.
Leroy has guaranteed my household will be watching him. Ladies and gentlemen, stealing a former leader of Bullet Club,
Oh,
Ballard will be
okay.
to Leroy.
Okay.
So Jesse, you got the final two picks.
Right.
Oddly enough, Mr. Relevant could be the biggest pick.
These are going to
No. Give it back to him for a second. Which one will be your final pick?
Do you want me to wait after this one?
No. There's two names. Who do I announce first?
Just announce this one first, and I'm going to write the second one.
Back to fifth.
Yeah.
I mean, I know everybody loves Jim the D.
Oh yeah.
This is one that I have to disagree with.
Okay.
I feel like he's stale. Something needs to be lit. Not only with the fans, but with him.
Okay.
To prove his worth. That's just my personal opinion.
I would personally
Great to see. I just.
I would personally think just in the sense that when he lost the United
Quick question: compensatory pick the attack team.
Yes.
Yes.
I will say this though: when he lost the United States Championship, it was definitely a reaction to it.
Yes.
He didn't almost go home sort of way.
And that also came to like the
With the second to last pick in the first ever 13 card sub exchange draft, Jesse selects the Viper, Randy Orton.
Cal, I'm about to get for the last one.
Oh.
Read it, Cal.
Oh, really?
Read it.
With the final pick.
Which one are you good after me for?
With the final pick, the Misters Irrelevant, which might be aptly titled. Jesse selects the Young Bucks, his final pick in the 2022 13 card sub exchange draft. We appreciate all who were watching or paid attention. These two gentlemen will be posting both of. These two gentlemen will be posting.
Very easy why they're my last pick. You want to know why?
Why is that?
Because I'm going to do with them something no one's ever done. No. I'm going to put them properly. And I'm going to tell them to shut up. And they're going to do the mega stuff.
I'm going to scale up for this next situation here. You guys go ahead. As of now, I'd like both to post your picks to our page and then also post in the lounge. So Cal, I'm going to throw this over to you while those guys finish that up. Freddie Prinze Jr. has announced that he is in the current early stages of procuring the things that he wants for a wrestling promotion. So as a former writer for WWE, when he was a writer, the writing wasn't really in question. It was the building of the talent, which is two different things people don't always necessarily realize. Because I mean, you can write someone something, but I mean, is the production following them basically?
Also, has to go through all those people to say yes or no.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, like, okay, do you think that Freddie is doing this, and do you think that he's doing it just to spite people, or do you think he actually has maybe a want to make?
I think he loves the business.
Yeah.
Obviously, he was a writer, so he has the experience. The other nice thing is more competition, more places for gentlemen.
Yeah.
So, women, gentlemen.
Yeah. He wants equal time on TV. That's actually been something that he's very clear on.
The other thing is there's enough, like I said, enough talent out there for another promotion, and he could be one that.
Well, the rumors that WWE with that new third party deal are in talks to allow the wrestlers to work dates outside of TV.
Right.
Could also.
Right.
Now, in my opinion, with Freddie now having momentum, Jesse, did you post on our page?
On
Facebook. Yeah, right there. Okay.
Now you can't cheat.
Yeah, exactly. Here's my question to you guys: does he have an option, Vince, to possibly kill the only thing that Tony Khan really has over him right now, Because this is the audio of Tony is that he has chances for his wrestlers to really get to smaller areas, but more areas to promote those 3 letters than maybe Vince does. Do you think that Vince does allow? Let's say that Vince says, "Oh, I'll send Finn Balor to MAW or First Wrestling." All of a sudden, WWE symbols on Jack. That's something. I mean, do you think that Tony actually coming out recently? Tony is now limiting certain dates. Apparently, reports are Brian Danielson have to work outside of AEW.
I mean, that's smart because if I had my people up there,
which I agree,
I
but
want
I'll say this much.
to get injured. You know?
I'll say this much: if he tells me he can't go work in G1, that might be the end of Brian.
Yeah, I
Danielson.
mean, there's been compromise probably with like Daniel Bryan,
Yeah.
CM, but I'm saying like someone,
probably
keep your top tier guy.
Yeah.
Say, hey, I get it. Right now, I need business aspect.
She's really not getting much.
There is
insurance.
Compton, the Dante, the Jerry itself.
Yeah.
The
all love the Darius, by the way.
Evidently, it was our accident. It was vertebrae, not fracture, but like stillment.
Yeah.
So yeah, it sounds like 6 months to a year.
Sounds like
Unfortunately, it's not healing as quickly as they thought. It's healing properly, but not as quickly. So they're going to try to a little quicker.
But that's the thing we have to clarify. This is not necessarily a negative.
Right.
What you have to understand, especially when you have fractured something that high up, there's a timetable that if it feels in that timetable, you'll have a better chance of recovery.
Correct.
Overall, what they're worried about is fine, but you won't necessarily have quality of life.
Right.
So they're getting on it early.
Right.
But so Jesse, you've obviously posted your spots aren't enough right because half of like is her right place doing this?
No. He can be successful. One thing Freddie has enough. The way Vince got success, it was there in the early days.
It's true. Unlike Tony, he really sat there and fought the guy who is the quote unquote
right. And then at the same time, he was a writer. Of course, he was trying to get his acting career going.
Yeah.
And it was only once he got Scooby Doo, he left the company. So no, it was the same time, I believe. Yeah, it was the same. Yeah.
It's true. Yeah.
Right. His career really didn't take off until he did Freddie. He was Fred and Scooby Doo.
Yeah.
He's got the money.
Mm-hmm.
He's got the right mindset.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it in WA where it's gonna be studio based.
Yeah.
I'm in LA, so I get people to come out. That's not gonna be hard. He's got the connections to promote.
He's gonna close down the highway right now.
That would be a great idea.
Are you sure you don't want to wear the color one more time?
Retire. Let me look at my camera. Retire.
Again, you mean.
Yeah, right. I retired this time.
Oh yeah.
I need you to picture your career, Brandon. Here's the thing. He could be insanely successful if, and this is a big if, what TV company he works with. That's going to be the big thing. You know, in LA, he's got a lot of options. Unlike Billy, who has just stayed small with WA, and that's fine. I think when they did the pay-per-view, that was a 5,000 seat theater or something like that, so that they were able to sell it out, which is awesome. But clearly, as you had the chance to talk with Nick Aldis about off camera for the interview and a little bit on the interview. By the way, on this YouTube channel, that interview is still there. Go check it out. Zach did a wonderful job talking with the man.
Shit myself the whole time.
But that's why I was standing next to
standing next to the. Leroy has a replica. I was sitting next to the real thing the entire interview.
So, well, sure.
Hashtag 13 card.
Yeah. Cards draft.
Yeah.
So here's the thing.
Cards draft.
By the way, we should do a free agent thing too, so we can fill out the roster.
Yeah.
That'll be fun.
Yeah. You
Um,
know what's funny is Leroy is going to be doing his review of WD 2K22.
right.
We should actually think about having a versus GM mode between you guys.
Actually, that's already in the works. As soon as I get the game.
All right.
Yeah.
The same game.
Well, yeah. I'm gonna get it for PS4, so me and him can actually play together.
Yeah, well, I can do it on the 5. I can do it.
Right.
Go back and forth.
But anyway, no. I think Freddie is sadly not the most knowledgeable scenario. I think that Billy, his heart was in the right place, but he hired the right people.
He had the right.
Yeah, exactly.
And so it's Freddie can absolutely succeed. The big thing will be what venue he gets, and then how he gets it on TV. Now it sounds like the first thing he's going to do.
Not really going to compete with anybody these days.
Right.
I just go into the lounge and just DPW.
Yeah, I would just post it everywhere, dude.
Everywhere.
All right.
Yeah.
And then also he's going to start on the internet. He said the first 2 shows will be on YouTube.
Am I crazy in thinking that with this modern day social media, why has it? I mean, we made the joke one time why no one has started a wrestling company on Pornhub, which I was kind of serious about because they're very good with their.
I don't know why you wouldn't.
Why is could somebody do a promotion almost for TikTok?
Yeah,
Probably.
Yeah, they could. I mean, nowadays, how many streaming services?
Yeah,
At least 3 or 4 each.
Yeah.
Right.
I can't.
At this point, you could call up Hulu and get an exclusive deal with Hulu to be the official Hulu wrestling company. I mean,
Go ahead, Cal.
If you ask anybody, I'm sure they'll say the same thing: is that they don't watch basic cable.
Right.
They're waiting for it to go on the streaming.
I don't
Right.
basic
Right.
If you had the option to be watching these streaming services,
Right.
because you're paying for them, and like you said, with Hulu or even, I loved what NWA was doing because they were on YouTube.
Right.
It's like, well, that's a mass audience for a younger generation.
Right.
It's a free place to push, because you can. I literally uploaded the video yesterday. It cost me nothing.
Right.
And also, people don't realize with the purchase of Twitter, Elon Musk's overall business platform for the next 5 years is to allow much more freedom,
Right.
which I know people are afraid of, but at the end of the day, and this is not political, this is kind of just obvious, if you wanted to be a private entity, which technically Twitter was, but they acted like a public entity,
Right.
no matter what someone says, unless they directly lead to a crime, you can't ban them.
Right.
No matter how stupid they are,
Right.
because we made jokes about former President Donald Trump here on the show, but at the end of the day, he has as much right to say stupid shit as anyone else does.
Unfortunately, correct.
But at the end of the day, when you realize that like Elon Musk is going to make a platform much more open, much more. I mean, he's basically going to make Twitter what they were supposed to be.
He better.
And that was
Because-
kind of,
Because to be fair, he's not a good free speech advocate. But that is something to dig in on. Sorry.
well, and also, let's be honest, this allows Jesse to rip Bruce Pritchard as much as he wants and never get banned.
And Rip as much as I want. So I will say this: Freddie has, I think, a better chance of being successful than what MLW and NWA has done.
If they could just get on, like I said, streaming service.
And here's the thing: Billy has decided to keep it small. So he was on the Rich Isaac show, and he said it's not that I don't want it to grow, but he said I would rather bring out an arena and then we just tape the show in an arena every week, which is fine.
It's interesting that you use the word arena.
Yeah.
Because it's recently been a debate topic as we circle back to AEW for a couple more things. Number one, it's interesting that you say arena because people are starting to groundswell. Because WWE used to start an arena tour.
Yeah.
Which to be what would be yearly now.
Technically, stadium.
Stadium.
Yeah.
So, but the question is, and my question is to the entire table right now, where in the world, in my opinion,
It's Carmen San Diego. I'm sorry, go ahead.
she's in Santa Monica. Dude, am I the only one that listened to the Theory of a Dead Man and you didn't know that song was about Carmen San Diego? Okay.
Do not give a shit about the Theory of a Dead.
I love them. I was at a show, I yelled and I was
They're actually, I clearly don't give a shit.
So, okay, this is not a topic for debate. Where did these fans of AEW actually think that AEW can sell out these arenas when, and let me just give some points before you guys answer. The ROH audience has not come over yet because they're not being taken seriously. And the ROH audience, they're a smart audience. They always have been.
Right.
They were the real alternative
Right.
to WWE. Well, so was the original NXT, but obviously that stuff happened there.
Right.
But ROH was the original alternative. And their fans wanted a, quote, sports-based presentation,
Right.
which they got for a period of time
Right.
until the Young Bucks showed up. And the other thing about it is, forget the ROH audience that hasn't come over. You can't get over 1 million more than 6 weeks. I've amended it to what it was. I apologize for getting that information wrong for so long. But where do people see? Arthur Ashe Stadium was a nice, start.
Right.
That's not the stadium that WWE is about to sell out.
They could.
That was like 30,000 some people, maybe 40,000, which is a good number. But you're asking me, technically they're telling me AEW double that?
I don't know. 70,000. Last year about 80,000. Like I said, it's really hard to compete.
WWE Wembley Stadium because they're owned by the Cons. Oh, but Shad might do it up here.
Shad could do it, but there are Tottenham. They're going to a big stadium in London.
I think it's O2 Arena.
Yeah, 100,000 seat conceded there. What that means? Here's the thing: the WWE will put on a great match where those fans show up. Now, for us here in America, that's going to suck because that means we have to watch the show probably like 9 a.m.
Yeah,
but they're gonna sell that out. People think they won't.
Well, Europe itself is so close knit together. You got so many people travel for WrestleMania. That's been into the States,
Right?
But they hop a goddamn ocean.
Right.
All you have to do is hop the English Channel.
I was going to say now for the world go to that. For most of them who aren't American, they're just hopping a train.
Yeah,
down and go to London.
Africa, by the way, Jesse, some African nations are not
that
far away.
No. It's a very short 1 hour.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. The fact that they're going to do 6-seater.
Yeah.
Which is basically going to be most of their pay-per-views.
Yeah.
I think
they're smart in the sense that I think Americans are getting tired of so many pay-per-views. But if they can make those pay-per-views bigger, they're not going to care. So like, no.
So like your Survivor Series, the one they're going to do right in WrestleMania will always now be 2 nights. Lord.
The one they're doing is going to be at the Crystal Valley Stadium.
Yes.
And Wales is a very big area. Yeah. I don't think people realize Wales takes up a good portion of the UK.
Oh, that's SummerSlam.
Yeah.
So what they're probably going to do is what they're attempting to do for WrestleMania Backlash, which I cannot wait to go watch with you guys. But also, they're gonna be dead serious on what they do for rematches because they want those UK fans to show up, and they're just like they do. They've done recently. I've enjoyed this about the Saudi shows. They make them matter now.
Yes,
like they matter, and guess what? That's good because those fans already watch the current product. So, yeah. And it's going to be close because I believe SummerSlam is 2 days, and it's like 4 weeks before or 3 weeks before, something like that. SummerSlam will be 2 days in Nashville, at Titan Stadium, whatever it's called, Newtown Stadium or something. So, yeah, it's very hard for these other companies to compete with that. The only one that does it in their own country is New Japan, but that's, like I said, Pro Wrestling Noah is awesome, and they sometimes got the really big arenas.
Yeah.
But it's hard for them to compete because New Japan can go to a Nagasaki Stadium and sell 200,000 tickets.
Right.
That's fucking difficult to compete with.
Now, so we'll go on from that. The last AEW topic before we get into some recaps, because Cal's got to go set up for this wonderful thing.
Correct.
So,
more wrestling.
According to the Jim Cornette experience, the Corny Drive Group, some of the research for this show, fan did. According to CageMatch.com, AEW has had 3 years of television and pay-per-view.
Right.
Including the 39 episodes of Rampage.
Right.
Anyone care to guess how many gimmick matches they've had, excluding 10-man tags, 6-man tags, 8-man tags? So basically, we're talking 150 some shows here in 3 years.
I'm gonna just throw out a number. 122.
Lower.
Whoa. I wasn't going to go that high.
I fucking felt like
45.
Cal, I'll give it a shot.
I'll go in the middle 80s.
They have had 85 matches.
That's right, I win.
Not even counting. By the way, that's not even counting their 10-mans.
Right.
That's not counting tornado tags.
Right.
That's not counting 8-man, 6-man, triple threat. This is legitimately just they've had stuff like they basically removed the rules 1.5 times a show since they've been on television. Now, I want to bring this up because Jesse did this from your neck of the woods.
Right.
There were no rules in Extreme Championship Wrestling when they had this many gimmicks.
It wasn't necessary. Here's the thing. Here's the thing.
Remember, Paul wasn't that match.
Here's the thing about AEW's gimmick matches.
Lazy.
They're lazy. Super lazy.
Yeah.
Think about it. How many lights out matches have they done where the win loss doesn't count? And basically a babyface went over a heel and it hasn't mattered.
It was the ultimate. That's the thing. It was the ultimate blow-off match.
Yeah.
And it counts.
Right.
Yep. Can I say cold and squeezed?
By a hug. I lost to a hug.
Fucking hug.
The more Jesse looks back on that match, because I know he watches that match once a month now. Is that
Phil.
once a month. Jesse watches that match every time. Jesse kind of goes, "Oh my god, it wasn't as bad as Kenny versus Mox, but it was bad."
Oh, look, here's the thing about that one.
You'll never get worse.
You got way too ambitious. You thought I'm gonna do what they did back in the 80s. We're gonna blow some shit up and make it cool. And so I'm just talking about that match real quick. It's just like, you got so ambitious because Kenny Omega never been a deathmatch wrestler. Never been a deathmatch wrestler. Here's the thing. Never needed to do.
Sure.
There's never been a need for him to do. So you've never been a deathmatch wrestler. You try to do what Mick and all those guys set up years ago.
And by the way, to his credit, again, deathmatch is a niche, but John studied it. John did it.
Sean came up in it.
Exactly.
People forget John is one of the original GCW and CCW superstars.
Yeah.
So
He got a contract with WWE, but
to me, it wasn't. The more I think about it, because I go, if I'm Vince, how do you not look at that guy and go, he's fucking entertaining?
I don't agree with Fox that Vince would want a Nick Gage.
No,
I don't think Nick Gage and Vince.
because you see, the thing with Nick Gage, outside of the ring, there were so many issues.
Yeah.
Rock's very clean outside of the ring.
Yeah.
So
he
he had an alcohol issue. I mean, come on. I love Stone Cold. Stone Cold's great. Stone Cold also had beating his wife issues.
Yeah.
Stone Cold had drinking issues.
Yeah.
Like, let's be real. We all know about the hearts and how it's so sad to think about it. Brett's really the only one left from the family now.
Eric's, I mean,
Most of them are gone now.
almost cursed family in wrestling. Right?
So, like,
There's not many. The original.
there's still the younger brothers, from the younger brother, and then I think 2 daughters, and that's it. From Eric's. Yeah,
There's one left, and he
Yeah,
has.
he's down.
Yeah, he's
he's got his 2 boys.
They're in
There's also Lacey, who was the daughter of I think one of the older brothers.
Yeah.
So yeah, but yeah, it's
They're the only ones.
right.
She wrestling the Hearts, the Samoan Dynasty, them, Guerrero.
The here's the thing with the Guerreros and the Samoan Dynasty. At least most of them are still alive.
Eddie's issue was just
failure, and then
heart failure.
The smaller dynasty. I mean, you got them all.
Yokozuna. Well, but remember, Yokozuna's issue was just. Well, no, that's it. He just couldn't get the weight down. Because here's the deal. This is not a diet. This is just fact, scientific. At some point, the body's like, this is too much weight.
Right.
And I mean, don't get me wrong, the heart, lungs, and kidneys can take a lot. But when you just don't give them any reprieve, that's what happens.
But even in that video match, you said it was like falling asleep just mid-day.
Yeah. But 85 matches, 1.5 average, pretty much a week. In this year alone, not even half a year, I think there was 16. Now, don't get me wrong. There are times where Vince gets a little lazy.
I mean,
but not this one.
How much do I talk about? Like each week when I'm watching a match, and like the hardcore match going on in Leroy's living room, and he's got to go tag him out, and you go to watch a WWE show, and you're just fucking bored because they do a rematch with a gimmick that doesn't make any sense.
Allison pointed this out. Let's take the most recent egregiousness, which was Drew versus Sting.
Sure.
If you take out the lumberjack match, I think that storyline is huge.
I don't disagree.
The original ran and then goes straight to the cage. The problem would be, also to be fair, the only issue with the lumberjack is that Sammy still got away.
Right.
If Sammy steals one because of the lumberjacks,
right.
Then we go to the cage, ultimate blow off. But if you take out the lumberjack, you're good.
Right.
But WWE gimmick wise, I mean, Jesse, we'll go arguably pay-per-view cycle, and it's just singles match.
Yeah. Here's the thing. Their biggest failure is.
And Zeb brought up Jesse brought this up a couple weeks ago. The guys should be in matches in
aren't.
That's the part that no one seems to get.
Like you literally let Joey Janela go. Like if you were going to do hardcore matches, that was the guy to use. That's where he's best suited, which is fine.
Yeah. We found that, and people were like, "Well, so did Joey Ryan." Have that conversation.
No. A complete dickhead. Yeah. I at some point, like you just have to look better than your counterpart in Connecticut, and you haven't done it.
Well, that's the thing that Jesse, you point out 1,000 times, and Cal, you've mentioned this a few times, just in the sense of I didn't watch the show as consistently as we do, but
I should have turned the camera back on.
But everything that Cal has like said to me, Jesse, it's almost like listening to you in the sense that the parts that you do see, you're trying to be something that you're not, in the sense of a lot of this doesn't make any sense.
Also, get rid of those damn corner cameras.
He hates the ring post.
Yeah, I heard.
Passion.
Because I keep watching the matches, and the wrestlers are calling the spot, and I can read it, and I can hear it during a match, which means I know where the match is going. I mean, it still makes the match can still be enjoyable, but it's not less enjoyable because I know the story they're telling. Because inadvertently, they're calling it like you kind of should, but I should hear it. You know what I mean?
And the most interesting part about this actually happened to me this morning, and this is worth bringing up towards the end of our AEW from what on this. So the YouTube channel for Jim Cornette, official Jim Cornette, has officially dropped parts 1 and 2. It's 20 hours of the Cody Rhodes omnibus. It's everything that they said about Cody Rhodes since AEW started now.
Okay.
Wow. What's so weird is the first 15 minutes of part 1 is a minute of them saying it's what it is.
Right.
And now here it is. The first clip of talking about Cody Rhodes was before AEW started. And what's really weird, because this isn't about Cody, this is to help you with the next thing. What's so weird, Jim said, remember, this is a clip from years ago.
Right.
Because the audio was different.
Right.
It's like Jim said in this damn audio,
Right.
but before AEW started, don't look like you're a mark. You can't have a gimmick every week. Have to worry about advertisers. You have to have consistency in storylines. You have to, you can't let a bunch of guys do their indie shtick. You have to build everything that they've been basically guilty of. He predicted. And it's not even that he predicted, he said, don't do it.
Right.
So, how do you feel the stadium? And how do you make me believe in something when, okay, quick question. Why would I pay for a street fight on pay-per-view?
Yeah.
When I get 6 on Dynamite?
Right.
Why would I pay for it? Here's the deal. You're not Vince. You don't have a stream service. You don't have Peacock. Leroy. Thank you. You don't have that. It's not a consistent pay the fee per month revenue service.
Right,
It's not a Peacock. It's paying you a monthly check. You're doing pay-per-view.
Right.
But so you're the old school of sell tickets, make matches I want to see. Why would I watch a street fight, pay $50
Right.
if I get it for free on Wednesday nights?
Here's the thing. Too.
I don't get it.
Here's the worst part is that I'll just say it again. The biggest failure of AEW is their fan base.
Okay.
I'm sure you heard this from me last week, Cal. And anyone who listens to the show, it was actually funny to have a listener find me recently when we were talking about this. And he was like, I listened to you say that, and I went on the boards, and my God, are you right, dude? They're fan. So Tony Khan announced
cartoon characters. It's literally the smug cloud.
Yeah.
In the previous episode of South Park, they see that George Clooney speech.
Right.
George Clooney speech is the George Clooney speech. That's the CM Punk fan base.
It really is.
They met and created a superstore
Right.
of just absolute smugness.
It's so like
That they heard none of.
so there is so
Oddly enough, Punk has earned it, but hey, George Clooney earned the Academy.
right. So Tony on Twitter.
Credit for the civil rights movement. I'll give him that at least.
Don't let him either, because I'll fight him too. Here's the thing. So Tony announces a match on Twitter.
Yeah.
And instead of just going, thank you, Tony, that's awesome, Tony. You know what they do? This is why we love him. He gives us what we want. Yeah, but he's giving you a pay-per-view match on free TV.
Yeah. Which, by the way, I don't blame the fans for liking, but do you think the advertisers would have it?
No, because on the pay-per-view, it's like fucking just Joe Blow versus your big-time guy.
Right.
Why? Yeah. Oh, by the way, funny story. We might have to look this up at some point. How many rematches, quote-unquote, blow-offs, do you think you're getting on pay-per-view in AEW versus on television? Yeah. Because here's the deal. Everyone's like,
good question.
No, because everyone's like, oh, no, that's not a blow. No, that's not a rematch. Moxley versus Omega, that was the blow-up. Guys, you just had a lights out match where you tore the goddamn ring apart and beat each other up. It's a rematch.
Yeah.
Don't give me this lights out bullshit. Man, see, here's the deal. We all know that it's kayfabe, but you guys seem to only bring up kayfabe when it's supposed to help your argument. Where it's like, the lights out. Wins and losses mean nothing. If they did, Jay Target would be the world champion, not a freaking mid-card champion.
Correct.
Already world champion.
Correct.
Yep.
But the fact of the matter is this. Cal, your opinion on what you've seen on the message boards on social media with these fans, are we wrong in saying that they're their own worst enemy?
Yeah, I mean, that's social media in general.
Well, yeah.
Like,
Unfortunately.
that's why I kind of try to want to do a drama-free podcast, all this versus that. But yeah, I mean, as soon as you put up a picture of WWE here, all the AEW guys like, there's no one in there. Then puts a picture of AEW. Oh, that's before the show
get us started.
Like, yeah, the hypocrisy is insane.
Here's what that was referring to, and here's why it's bullshit.
Yeah.
That picture that got that started, who was in the middle of the ring?
Yeah, I
It
know.
was your world fucking champion.
Right. Right.
And by the way, even Tony Khan's not giving the world champion away before the goddamn match.
Right.
So your world champion with this music playing with the freaking decals in the background. Half the stadium empty. It just acknowledged the fact. Again, Jericho's still on sports entertainment. Can't get totally mad at him, but like you said, Jesse, it's getting really cringy.
It's getting old. Yeah.
It's like your boy Joe Gacy, but like it's cringy to the point where it's bad.
Right.
It's bad.
Right.
Back to saying having these law matches on pay-per-view. There's more ways than one to have these two still on screen together, and not necessarily having a match. That's why WWE constantly is doing the contract signing. So
That's not
hey,
MJF making one great promo you've seen in
I can't think of one.
yeah,
Like it's just they don't have to touch, but they get a little skirmish in there, and then it's like, oh, we can't wait this match. Whereas AEW is giving you it right there, and it's like, well, why would I want to buy the pay-per-view? You said
Forbidden Door is only another 8 weeks away. We're down 7.
Something like that.
Okay. You already gave me Adam Cole versus Ishii. You already did it.
Right.
You couldn't have had those two do some. And by the way, Adam Cole is perfectly capable of talking his way through it, and Ishii just has to stand there
Right.
because that's who Ishii is.
Right.
Like, okay, to your audience, it would have worked.
Right.
Have Adam Cole talk for 6 weeks. No one's gonna care.
Right.
But no, on a random Friday night, which was one of their worst rated rampages ever, you had Ishii.
Yeah,
Ishii on American television.
it's crazy.
I mean, are they kind of like some contracts where they only have to wrestle a certain amount of matches for the year? Or, I mean,
Nope. According to reports, the contracts are you are under contract until a certain date on the calendar.
Right.
There's no limit to matches. But back to my point, Jesse, that I made 1,000 times. Tony Khan's paying these guys to go to indie shows.
Yes.
They take,
probably seeing Brian Hayes on TV.
but yet Tony's the one paying them.
And that's the sin.
Yes.
Like Keith Lee, I mean, where's that?
Like that's to me, that's the sin. So, we talked about Nick kind of finally getting more and more deals done, and it seemed to help that Papa H came back. But that's the sin. You want WWE to actually open up their world. And now they are. It's a slow thing, but they are. But understand, Vince is not going to pay the insurance for those guys to go out.
No.
So when they get involved, right.
From a business, anyone who listens to this, regardless of what you want wrestling wise, you're a business person.
Right.
You have to do things.
Right.
Otherwise, you're not still a business person. It's one of the first things they'll tell you in a business program. Don't spend your own money.
I'm not saying that AEW would do it, but shit, if they start taking off even more, he's going to say, hey, system, hey, Rampage.
Yeah.
I get you have these other bookings, so I have to pay you a little bit more. Not, but I need you here next TV,
Right.
Deal.
MAW Warriors,
like
succeed in
Saturday night.
I just if I am a businessman, like you said, and you three are my top guys, you feel like, look, guys, get it. You want to do this stuff, but if you sign the contract,
right,
you're my asset.
Yep.
Right.
I have another guy like say, whoever. Yes, this is an experience for them to get out there and get more work in,
right,
more exposure,
right,
to bring back for the future.
Right.
This is a chance for them to promote the company. Now, this is where you can test their loyalty. Like, he's fucked up on the road. Well, you're not getting that push because I can't trust you.
Right. Right.
And that's the other thing. Don't embarrass Vince.
Yep.
That's literally going to be the number one rule. You got to get these done. Do not embarrass Vince while you're out there.
And people get pissed because, back, I was going back to Twitch thing, and now it's different now. But it's just he made these characters. That's why he changes his name. Like, if I had him role, he my super drag or something. But
Right.
like, I want him going in and getting off super drag.
Right.
From Vince's perspective, Vince is not
You know,
wrong.
Right.
And then he found out, okay, well, like, still making a percentage, yada, 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 to do. But,
Right.
you know, I'm not going to put your name.
And by the way, congratulations to Xavier Woods for having him stuff. Once again, Jesse, we talked about that with the truck stuff, but we talked about this. You pick the time the dude gets the G4 contract.
Right.
Question why he's not screening.
Right.
The dude literally does G4 3 to 4 days a week. Still does a live event here and then does he
Right.
doesn't even try to scream.
No. But to be, but already like Thea's back on Twitch.
Yes.
So by the way, AJ probably doesn't want to do it anymore. I don't know, but he hasn't gotten back on. But as I said, months into that, and when she got released, and then when she got resigned, I said in the end she'll end up being right, and she was.
Yeah.
Vince likes a fighter, and here's the thing:
Every
every week, back by Tuesday. Here's the thing: it's just one of those deals
take off the payment, probably.
to count for me to wrap up AEW.
That would be wise not.
If I'm Tony Khan, like I said, I would love to work for AEW.
We're on our next 100 episode. What should Tony Khan do for his next 100 episode?
Hire me, just so like I can go to him. Like,
Cal, you up for a trip to Jackson?
I mean, it's nice there. Yeah, there you go. Right.
Okay, yeah.
Because I think someone needs to go to him and be like, listen, dude, I like you should run your business how you want, but also you don't always have to give things away. If they turn on you a little bit, fuck them. But if you want to grow this thing, sometimes you're gonna have to make decisions people don't like.
Over under how many more years till Tony Khan gets a heart attack?
Yeah. 3. And then everybody gets pissed because, like,
I don't think it's just stress, it's because all that cocaine.
running your own business, obviously,
Which is never done. Like that.
Yeah. With WWE, they sign a lot of people, but they also cut a lot of people.
Yeah.
Right.
Because they need to find the gem in the rough.
Right.
That's, it's basically sports. Like, they sign all these draft picks, and maybe 3 or 4 out of the 7, 10 that they take make the roster.
Exactly.
But for an entertainment company, that's a bad thing. It's like, no, you want the best person for the position. Like, I worked across, Walmart, not to, think I'm a big shot, but I mean, I'm not going to put my slowest cashier on a speedy checkout.
Right.
I'm not going to put my best cashier on a self-check where Joe Schmo can do it. And right. I'm going to put my best cashier in the prime position where the business and it can handle the customers where I don't have to go.
Right.
Same with a cashier that's newer, I'm going to put it closer to where I'm at, so I can get to them faster and move the line. And that's fucking Walmart.
Right.
And I have that common sense. Just like, if I'm at a wrestling show, I'd be telling my boys, pants, wear your shirt correct.
Right.
You're here for me. Don't be coming in fucking sweats. Don't be coming in pajama pants. Usually hate pajama pants. But it's just like, have more respect, throw on some jeans, throw on a t-shirt.
Right.
I don't want you coming in here looking like you're fucking stumbling dumbling. No, you're not working.
Right.
Everybody's gonna have a priority for their thing.
Final point on AEW bag off you, sir. Maybe, I don't know, put Jerry Lynn in charge of fucking something. All right,
People like pushing chairs when I was there that day, and some guys were like, "Look, it's Jerry Lynn." He was like moving chairs. I'm like, "Why is he doing that?" Right.
That might be the most disgusted Jesse's ever been on the show.
I mean, you got the guy.
That might be the
That's fucking ridiculous.
Jerry Lynn's pushing chairs, Jesse.
Jerry Lynn has more fucking wrestling knowledge than an elephant did. And you don't use them for anything but like backstage and pushing chairs.
I mean, I'm not gonna get out
No.
But that's not something that you're on. I think like NXT is the same way. The care. I feel like people learn that craft, so they move to the next big country.
Yeah,
because I'm sure they're all training down there too.
probably. Especially if you had wholesale, like it's been reported.
But this is someone that's like producing a fucking show every week.
It's almost
It looks
gone.
like they don't know what the hell they're doing half the time.
Oh, that was doing like 48 to 50 2 shows a year. So
Like, you know, it's like get these guys to practice more. Like that, I just saw a clip on TikTok. Not that like that's the greatest thing ever,
yeah,
but they're outside the ring. The dude's protecting him, which he's supposed to do. So he easily show up behind.
yeah,
Because the cameraman, you can fucking see him.
Right.
He's hitting his chest, you know, so he's not slobber knocking this dude.
Yeah.
And they're zoomed in on it. Like,
Yeah.
you know, if the cameraman sees that shit, he should know to go,
Right.
like,
Right.
take a
Right.
good shot,
Right.
turning,
Right.
or get yourself in position.
yeah.
Like, if, you know, Jesse's falling down over here, I'm not going to be like, okay,
Right.
gotta go back.
Right. Right. Right.
All
Alright.
right. Those fans in the ring, you see him go back to the person. So you don't see that
Right,
shit.
right,
I agree. 2 more things. We got spring break-in results. Look at that. And we're previewing the wonderful show that this wonderful man will be giving us on the big screen.
Yes, sir.
So, spring break-in.
Spring break-in, yes.
Happened. Good show.
Very good show.
And I read an article that it actually often one of the bigger audiences they've had in this year.
Poor Impact. Scott's been doing such great work, and it's been so hard to get people. But unfortunately, until they move to something bigger,
Yeah.
then it's going to be the continuing struggle.
Yeah, no, I agree. All right.
Here we go. All right.
We'll do Jessica Under Siege next week, so I'll let you marinate on that.
That's fine.
So, yeah, I'll have that all saved for that. Perfect. All right. For spring break-in, all right. First one it was, and I was surprised and I enjoyed it. Cameron Grimes and with Solo and Carmelians with Cameron Grimes getting the win.
These 3 guys, I think if they all go up the main roster someday, it could be an Eddie Kurt situation where they could come back to each other in 5 years. They'll have chemistry 5 years from now if they don't work together. When you put these 3 together, it's just magic.
I did like the finish.
Yeah.
I mean, that was a good way to end it.
Carmelo Hayes always pulls out a move that I've never seen before.
And he's an indie guy.
And I've had to rewind a few of his matches that I've seen and been like, do it again. That's awesome because I literally popped out loud for one of the things he did on the road. I was like, holy, you know, and then he's like, what are you doing?
But he's not killing himself
Watch wrestling.
like Sammy Guevara though. He's
Yeah,
actually.
I did see 1 or 2 bad spots, but
That's gonna happen.
that didn't work out. But they recovered from it.
This is Mox Box. Great shit.
All right,
There was some mistakes, but it was great.
It's an Elstein.
Right.
Elstein.
And I'm done with it.
Okay, that's true. All right, next up.
All right. Next up with Nathan Fraser with Chase U.
The only thing I have to say about this.
Beating Grayson Waller.
The only thing I have to say about this.
This is a teachable win.
My mentions went up about 40% because people were like, "Are you seeing Nathan Fraser?" And I'm like, I actually watched NXT today. I knew this was coming.
Right.
I also watched Dark when they had him and they let him walk out the door.
Right.
But this kid is anything. Give him a sweater. That's all I want. Give him a sweater.
That's the fastest white boy I've ever seen.
Jesse,
He's awesome.
we
I
may
love
have to take a classic. Sorry, we may have to take a classic hood classic and just remove it from American culture because I think white men can jump after Rock.
Well, that white boy can Dave Street jump. He's been special for a long time. Former Seth Rollins student.
Yeah.
They're in the men's division for sure. In this 80 in the almost 80-year-old and 2 60-year-olds cannot fuck this up. There's a lot of good future down there right now. And if you do it right, then you're gonna be set the next 20 years. If you do it right. Austin Theory so far is getting young John Cena treatment, which is smart.
Yes.
But it's just do it right. Vince really does think he's gonna live like
Full
130.
stop though. WWE doesn't produce new stars though.
I
That's all I
know.
ever hear.
I know.
Here's my question,
We
though.
give them a chance.
I know.
Here's my question. When he gets
Right.
brought up, are you going to give him the time period? Are you going to give him a pass in that period that Vince has Dominic in right now, which is show me that you can be a sympathetic babyface? Or do you think Nathan should just get in there and just?
Here's the thing. NXT 2.0 is their baby now.
Yeah.
if they're getting the reaction to NXT 2.0 you want them, you're liking them getting, okay? And you have mixed up, bringing them up and down from NXT, having your main roster stars go down there as well to get people to continue to watch NXT.
Yeah.
You just keep what you put in NXT and you bring it up and you evolve it. That's it.
Okay.
But don't do the shit you were doing with the Black Gold brand, because that just further tells me that Funky Love needs to fucking go.
All I gotta say is no. This is everything with Nation. All right, so for this match back should be LC and for anyone that doesn't know who Nathan Frazier is. Because the dude went head to head with some of the best in NXT UK, and he held his own.
Yeah.
Very well, Mike.
Guys, it comes out Thursday at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time here in the
It's always
U.S.
available on Peacock.
And it's always available afterwards. Go watch it.
Grab it on the
It is an hour of fucking great wrestling.
well.
It really is.
All right. And then
Also, hashtag Nathan Frazier.
And great tomorrow. Just real.
Oh,
so we
that's
had
it. He really does.
we had Natasha.
How does it broken arm no? We'll never.
Yeah, we had Natasha Lash Legend taking an L from Corey Jade.
Nikki Lyons. Okay.
Our favorite
Corey Jade and Finicky McDixon.
Yes.
Corey Jade and Thick Donalds. Corey Jade and the Thick Queen. Corey Jade and the Thick Finisher. Corey Jade and the Hams of the world. God damn, she's so good looking. It is ridiculous.
She is a well put together
Well put together. I would like to get crushed by the ham bones, bro.
Sounds like I listened to
As a black man, I as a wrestling fan, I try to keep the black man down in me because Bailey caught my eye years ago.
Yeah.
Right, but I'm like, you know what? You know Hulk Hogan, Jesse. She's supposed to be for the kids. Pay attention to wrestling. I got to meet her once. She's a sweetheart of a person. I've always tried to keep it that way.
Disappointed you.
Well, I still love her.
Yeah, we do.
But Nikita Lyons, I watched it. I watched a 60 Lions match, and the black dude in me cannot stop staring at the world hand bones of an ass. I can't. I'm trying to be a professional so I can come to the show and report these things, but the juiciness, like it's like you take two big donuts and you just want to lick a side. Like it is ridiculous.
And you know, what's really good part is my girlfriend is okay with me looking at that.
I hope so.
She understands
Ladies, understand it has been our DNA. When you see something, well, for sure, my
I'm not getting in trouble with Amy.
it is. I never mean to disrespect to women. I am for women's rights, but I am also for being crushed by that thickness. Otherwise, this was actually a really good match.
Lash Legend is clearly putting in work to make this work.
By the way, she's also been doing really good work in NXT UK.
Yes.
Yeah, I honestly, that's one that stuck out was the Lash Legends. I was like, okay, get rid of that kind of whatever she.
Right.
I feel like, where is Nikita? Is that her name? I don't remember.
Nikita Lyons.
908.
I
feel like
Vicky James.
if she's
Thick straps.
doing well, she'll be up there. But I feel like this Lash Legends is giving me.
Yeah.
No.
But as a monster.
Viajax.
That I can honestly see going up there and just.
They could bring her up to the main roster and rename her.
That's why I thought it was great when Awesome.
Right.
It's just like.
And they could bring her up to the main roster and tag her with Charlotte, and her name would be Thick Claire. Yeah.
We're on next match.
Oh my god! Yes.
Because I'll go on.
He just has to you get on going, and then he can go on.
I'll be live this week 4 times schedule.
Go on.
20 minutes. That'll just be the whole.
I might have to just dedicate a show to her. I would want to reach out to see if I get an interview.
There you go. All right, next.
I'm gonna have to do it because you're gonna pass out 5 minutes in.
I mean, I'll keep saying thick, and at some point she'll get sick of it.
Yeah. All right. We have Creed brothers, because the Bike Riders came down and they took a loss, and they beat the Bike Riders.
Creed's, in my opinion,
Creed brothers.
I'm gonna be honest. I thought these guys needed one more year. They might need.
They might be ready.
They might need 3 months.
Yeah, they might be getting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I mean,
Oh, that would be nice.
just because Angle had his,
Right. Team Angle. Yeah.
Yeah.
that's what I feel is like this is.
Because Shaq actually does deserve a singles run.
He really does.
I mean, you put those three with him, and he could just be the front man.
Right.
Not
Yeah.
necessarily
That was-
fights, but
That was the unique part about Team Angle. Angle was definitely a singles guy the whole time.
Yeah.
There was definitely a separation between the tag teams.
Yeah.
All right, Leroy.
That would be good.
This was just a really good match.
I like that. Apparently, in their training, they just went, "We're just going to work within your amateur background. We're just going to make
I love
this
that.
work." Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It just physical. Like I love physical wrestling. So
I hate to say it, they can outwork maybe any tag team in AEW, but not any.
All right.
I mean, listen.
Pretty definitely.
I must give FTR a lot of credit, though. Thank God they came off and did their own thing.
Oh god! Because even Tony finally realized, oh, they're good.
Well, it's like people forgot how great they were. Go ahead.
All right, main event of the night was Braun Breaker, Joe Gacy, Braun Breaker successfully defended his title, and then
You got kidnapped.
that's some crazy shit.
He's gonna die next week. That's how I get.
Alex Riley like, I feel like I noticed that. It looks
Wow.
Oh,
Joe Gacy,
freaking me out.
Joe Gacy,
You're right.
like Jesse has said, this is what Bray Wyatt could have been.
Yeah.
This is the only thing I will give him credit is they took a gimmick that is supposed to be a creepy cult, and they haven't tried to otherworld it. They haven't tried to gimmick it out. It's just a creepy dude that can talk.
by the way, clearly I have some sort of tag team with him. Because the two guys we keep seeing, the two main guys we keep seeing in the hoods, are actually getting trained. You can tell because these guys are built like a motherfucker. So it's going to be very interesting to see the future. I actually think he's going to still take that title off of him.
Oh yeah.
But like I told you, I don't think it'll be this
I
Tuesday.
think if he did too, I was just doing my pretend book.
Mhm.
Like I know what I'm talking about. If he does, obviously
Your bar is
we move Braun up.
Yeah. No.
Much
Yeah.
above
Nothing
that.
right there.
Then we set a new precedent for NXT where Gacy just kind of, go back to Undertaker in the Ministry of Darkness.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like he's running that show.
Right.
That way it's, more eyes on your champion and more eyes, to what's he going to do this week with something.
Right.
So make it back to
Yeah.
that. Also, it's just like,
yeah. Also,
hey, I'm in charge.
Right.
You mess with me. This is what I want you to do.
yeah.
If I say you have to lose this week, you're losing.
Right. Right.
Just goes out saying, like, what are we gonna lose?
Right. Right.
Jericho, that's how you get a put like a anyway.
Awesome.
They're going to try to we're trying to the other two that they released, and I think that'll be it'll be better. Where they got.
Now, okay, now we get to the show. Markel, once again, we appreciate you. You have worked hard to do this. I know some things were thrown in your face this last week, but as of right now, it's still on. We're going to yeah, so Leroy. Yeah.
I will definitely have it over the summer. We'll be able to bring it.
Yeah.
Got to get out the road.
Yeah.
All right. First match that I got here. You mean the Charlotte Flair, Ronda Rousey.
This is the match I believe Charlotte Flair will actually lose a win.
She will lose the title as well. This has been the worst show.
Yeah.
This is like this. Like
I'm excited for Independent Bells. I'm not excited for what Charlotte's going to be yelling because Charlotte's been so cringe this whole time. I don't know. This match just has a weird aura.
Why would you try to shoot a fight with that person?
You've been asking that for a month now.
I've always said, if I was a professional wrestler, if me and Brock, even if we have personal issues, you want to know what I'm not doing? I'm not going to try to shoot fight the motherfucker. I'm not saying even if I thought I could win, why would I try it?
I mean, she did fuck her up pretty good the last time they had a nice little singles match with Kendall Stick.
See, but that was a weapon.
Yeah.
That was a weapon. You're trying to set up your straight fight Ronda Rousey. That's a terrible idea. Because I know she's worked on the issues. She doesn't like that, but I don't got very
interview that no one else is angry about anymore, and it's 3 years old.
Right.
So
why would you want to shoot fight this woman?
All right. I think we all agree we should see Ronda winning.
I do, yeah.
All right.
Charlotte needs to go home and relax.
Charlotte needs to be sitting home for like 3 months. Like, go home.
Go home, Andrade can tag the shit out of you, and then he'd be better.
Well, it's not like he takes anything out. That's literally an AEW. So, gotta do something. That's about it.
All right, next.
Stairwell.
All right. Next, we have Cody and Seth Rollins, number 2.
I'm looking forward to this so much. Forget anyone that says that they don't want this pay-per-view. I want it for this. They've done a good job. And what I love is that they've added a lot of pieces to it, but it hasn't detracted from them. They are still uniquely their own right now.
Yeah.
I still want to see them. They haven't added too much. They haven't added too little. It's been the right mixture of, okay, this week it's just the two of them. Next week we're going to sprinkle in some other storylines, some other guys to sort of take away from it, but still it's highlighted, and then they sprinkle them back. I'm excited.
All right.
Because Seth is nothing, whether it's the rematch or the first time match. The dude is the most athletic dude in the company. And the fucking conversation.
And it's good. And
He's the best workhorse they have.
Yes.
Well, I think they're finished. Well, I'll say this. I think Seth was one because I do think he's interesting. So, of course, Roman had comments recently.
maybe.
I think we're going to try to make Odo get that one of the championships by Mania. I think they're going to move to SummerSlam.
Next week, like,
Sure. I think the plan, because give WWE all the credit in the world, this is what he's supposed to be. This is what he's supposed to feel like. Once again, that crowd, it's like some of it was I tell people at least 50% of it was his fault.
I'm still coming up with something that you must do to yourself punishment-wise because you got out of roads. You got out of roads in top season.
But I will say this. That's not bad. Right.
Okay.
Well, it's not a sticky line. It goes up on
As I
13.
comment on every poster I've read in your damn order trying to get me to see anymore.
Yep.
I'm to be honest, I'm actually.
Priscilla Kelly.
Yeah, I'm about to say. Yeah.
You didn't mention that cutscene in NXT Summer whatever. Amy having to walk up, they're like running to the beach. I'm like, this is great.
Always happy.
Well,
I was on the phone too. I was my mom on Tuesday, so I was like, you're triple on.
Hey, God, I got what on it.
I this Cody Seth match is going to be a banger.
Yeah. No, they're great. And the next one coming up, I think it's going to be a good banger too. AJ and Edge.
Funny enough,
banned from ringside.
Funny enough, this is the match I'm waiting to see.
Yeah.
I love this Edge.
See the fun part. Damian Priest is banned from
Do
ringside.
you hate?
Are they going to bring another person into the?
I think tomorrow's champion will show up.
Sean will probably be.
Do
Do you hate them using the cheap sports pops, or do you think it kind of just works with?
So I want to explain to people because I understand where the criticism comes from.
Yeah.
But he clearly explained to you what this character is. It is a darker amalgamation of everything else he's ever done.
True.
So
Do you think this might be his send-off?
this is this will be the last gimmick we see him in WWE. He'll probably get a world championship, and then when he loses that, he'll be gone. But I also think, because he's already explained this in an interview, his whole idea of this faction is the fact that when he leaves, who either Priest or Ciampa, whoever, will take it over, and it'll basically be a faction that can continue to build young stars underneath the other guys.
I think Adam Cole will be happy with leaving, and he's.
I think at SummerSlam next year he'll be gone.
Yeah,
but yeah, I love this. This is going to be a banger match because I think AJ gets to WrestleMania next year, and I know people don't want to believe it. I think he's going to retire.
I'm just a fair warning. I won't cause any harm to this career, but if there are some big match moments in this match, I'm not going to. 6 months. I'm in front of
Right. Yeah. I cannot wait for this match.
All right. Then we have our good Matt happy tournament. Darren's friend.
Is it okay? Jesse, I have to say it because this worked. Okay. I think that the old timers in Funky Love actually did plan this, where the good jokes came out after.
Yes.
He's gotten less cringy and more funny. He turned on Happy
SmackDown this week. I actually thought those were pretty funny.
Or I just watching this through rose-colored glasses. I feel like the podcast actually gotten funny.
But this past Friday was really funny. I will say this though. They got to get rid of that cast music. It's fucking terrible.
I agree.
It's so fucking terrible.
Yeah, they do gotta get it.
Give them a happy punk song that sounds like an Irish punk band from the
who came in and just immediately had one of the most perfect songs? Well,
yeah.
To be fair, Shinsuke Nakamura wouldn't make anything work. He's fucking Shinsuke Nakamura. Jesse, you got time. No, actually, it's Carter J.
Yeah.
And actually, Tiffany's music is actually not that bad either.
Tiffany's basically a remix of Taya, of course.
Yeah.
Who just, by the way, back to Mexico and just stay working in Impact Mexico. Just shut up every now and then. I really hate people who talk like I don't mind you explaining your experience, but then when you start to go overboard, I'm like, okay, I can't deal with it. But she's getting close. But otherwise, yeah,
It's a fun match because I think this is going to be pretty.
Listen, here's the thing about this match. If you have no interest, this is your best break. What do you think?
It's going to be heated, but
If you don't bring Nation Hot Sauce, man, I'm going to beat your ass with shit.
Here's the best. I did not pack it. So Haitian Heat are brought to you by Al San, right here, locally in Minnesota. Haitian Heat, 5 hot sauces, 2 barbecue sauces made with all natural ingredients. So it doesn't. Also, you not only do you get a kick in your hot sauce, but you get a lot of the flavor. And in the barbecue sauce, you also get a lot of marinade. So you can marinate your meat with your vegetables. Al San now once again training for another fight. Still go on Facebook.com/Haitian Heat to put in your order. That team is always putting stuff in production. They're working all the time now. Thanks. All the orders coming in. Like I said, on the lookout, read the site because they will keep you updated. Once again, that is Facebook.com/Haitian Heat. Also, such beautiful promos that his daughter puts in.
And I want to point this out. I'm not going to go into the performers this week, but they just had a banger. Should have been some huge names there too. Just go look up Dark Arts. They had a great show.
Yes, they did.
And you should just go watch it. Like we done commercial. We're going to keep doing the commercial, but after that show.
And like I said, I can be at the show in July. I will let you guys know if I have that confirmed. That way, if you want to come meet me, I'll be there.
Yeah.
All right. So
next up, we got Bobby Lashley against Omos with MVP.
See, I like the first. Yeah, I didn't hate it.
Yeah, I didn't mind it.
And I think this is great for Omos.
Yeah.
He's almost there. I think it's a great.
I think that Bobby's dialect just doesn't allow him to say Omos. because Bobby.
I will just say what my issue is with this whole thing.
Great way to get him even more pissed off.
It just feels weird.
Okay.
It's just, I get what they're doing, but it just like Bobby. So for those who don't know, because somebody who works in WWE is just like, I like to fuck with people. I'm going to tell them lies, and sometimes I'll give them the truth. So they leaked a photo of the rankings. So there's actual rankings in WWE of like who's my top babyface, blah 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 blah, and the wrestlers can actually see it every week where they're placed in this list.
Yeah,
and that way it's a motivator.
Yeah,
I guess it's something WWE has been doing recently, and of course, Bobby Lashley is actually the number one ranked babyface on Raw, and Cody Rhodes is 2. Clearly, they're trying to rebuild Bobby as this monster babyface, so he can beat Roman.
Yeah.
But it feels like Cody should probably be the first one to do. Well, besides Drew McIntyre.
Yeah.
By the way, what was that right? Because people were like, "Run total picture, he's treated record." Like, he's still a main eventer. He's a 2-time WWE champion. He beat Brock Lesnar. Like this guy's still a main eventer. He beat Goldberg. Like, he's a main eventer.
That guy away for so long, comes back and pretty much puts him in the same spot.
Yeah.
Where he actually could be the first guy to beat Roman.
Yeah,
Making it very believable.
Oh yeah.
Listen. But yeah, that's what it sounds like they would Bobby. But this feud with Omos feels like build Omos. No problem with it. But that to me should not put you back with Roman Reigns. I don't know. Like I said, it feels weird.
Either one of those Bobby or Drew who do beat Roman, I feel like it's a redemption too.
Yeah.
Drew's first title, obviously, pandemic era.
True.
Bobby had some injuries in his, so it had to be.
And to be fair with the Drew McIntyre story, he beat Roman.
Yeah.
Before Jay interfered in that match, Survivor Series during the pandemic, he beat Roman Reigns. But because of Jay, he lost the match. So yeah. So I'm looking forward to this, but it's definitely lower tier. It's definitely lower tier.
Oh yeah. I agree.
Unless it gives them something to do, and I go back to a bad with a young star.
Right.
Hey, it's gonna give the person experience.
Right.
Give them some shine.
And MVP's gonna sell the match.
Right.
Because then, like you said, it does make Bobby look stronger if he does.
Right.
And Bobby and Drew both, again, world title holders.
Right.
So this makes them credible threats.
Yeah.
Right.
To Roman.
Right.
If Roman does go over.
Seth's a credible threat because Seth did not lose the Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
So.
All right. What's up next, earlier?
All right, and the next is the main event. It's the six-way tag with Drew McIntyre and RK Bro against the Bloodline.
Is this not a Raw Championship match?
No. No, man, that's the.
No, they don't.
There's no championship. No.
It's not a winner.
It's not. It's not a winner
Situation.
To Jesse's point, though, I think that this particular show proves what Jesse said last year, which is okay. It's called Backlash for a reason.
Right.
It's supposed to kind of end some of the still lingering
Right.
and the new season starts.
Mm-hmm.
So if there's not a defense at this pay-per-view, I'm not angry about it because at this point, I'm actually angry if they give him Roman the defense too early because he's supposed to now be the guy who ducks everybody. So I'm okay with this. Clearly, they made a change on the fly. They don't want to be that was probably something that each week they went back and forth on. I'm okay with it. Randy Orton is arguably doing the best thing he's ever done in his career right now. Like,
Randy Orton.
He's that much fun. I mean, it's just unbelievable. But I actually get to see this because you have a lot of great workers. And again, the wild card is real. Still, never had a bad match since I'm with WWE. He's a wild card.
Matches are a little different from WrestleMania too because some were tags, some were not tags.
Right, exactly.
and then obviously Drew's not involved in cabin court. So to all you people that it's the same pay-per-view, shut up. It's another variation.
Yeah.
But hey, we can always just give you a storyline that doesn't come back for 3 months. But
Cal, loved having you. It was a lot of fun. Could you please, one more time for the viewers, where can they now find you?
well, right now, search us out on Facebook at Brent's Sport Circle. Again, just getting started there, but our first episode out. Eventually, we'll be collaborating with another podcast. The name works, but we're going to be like a little umbrella of different shows. Look at that. But right now, I'm trying to get my puzzle going with his friends in the Sport Circle. Eventually, I'll have you three on individually or a couple at a time. Depends on what happens.
Oh, we'll make
Or Sport Circle, we hope to promise you a drama-free podcast where we don't debate any pre-matches, post-matches. It's strictly knowing you and what you love about wrestling. And my favorite part is what you collect. It doesn't have to be wrestling related. It's just something you collect.
Right.
Nosy as hell.
I have a problem, and my wife does not stop me from collecting.
He does give me a hard time about my collection of Obsessions Act.
I believe it. Check the audio. I said borderline.
Yeah, eventually, the Twitters and the Instagrams and the YouTube will come. But right now, Facebook's and up now on Facebook. I do have a 13-card subject change shirt. If you are a large or extra large, feel free to comment on there. Tonight during the pay-per-view, I will pick a winner, and that is yours because they don't have my site yet. So,
or mine either. I'm all damn thing.
I have to sell. I got a few more.
I'm gonna sell you. And then how are you gonna let your girlfriend after I start selling body parts from you?
I got a real dark.
She'll kick your ass.
She probably will.
I would apologize for them, but Lord knows nothing will help them. Anyway, Jesse, your 4-week schedule.
So let me just let you guys know. This is about to become normal. The live streams, all that, it's going to become normal. So get on. If you're listening to the podcast, get on the YouTube and subscribe, baby. I've actually already posted some dates while we were doing this. This week we're going to go live 2 or 3 times. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I'm going to go live. Also, as I said before, you can find me on all platforms at Big J Still 89. That is Twitter, Switch, also Facebook. It's probably going to be under Jay's Take. Go ahead and add it because the Tuesday show will be an amalgamation. It'll be both on the YouTube, but it'll also be on Twitch because I finally figured out what fucking program I use. And then also, feel free, as me and Leroy have said 1,000 times, send in your questions by email because on the Wednesday show, I want to read it. I want to hear you guys' thoughts. I want to hear how much you hate my opinion. I cannot wait to read that stuff. So,
Yeah, you still
yeah. So yeah, as soon as you get, right.
And then Leroy, before we go, I believe you were talking about the more shows will be uploaded to our YouTube following this coming Monday, I believe. We're gonna throw a few more up there.
Oh yeah, I get it. Because I'm pulling something down and I got it's about that. I'm trying to keep up to date with 10 shy of what we have.
Perfect.
We're in 88. I get to get up in the 90s.
Yeah.
And then also within the next 3 weeks, because I'm finally trying to get the dates down for a lot of the independent wrestlers.
Yeah.
Look out for the interviews. They're coming.
They are coming, folks. So we appreciate everyone. Like I said, like, subscribe on YouTube, subscribe on Facebook. We also, like they said, we're on Twitter. You can find us at PowerMac.com, Spotify, iHeartRadio. Are we on Amazon?
I believe.
Yeah.
So
we're getting a lot of hits on Apple and Google Podcasts.
Right.
We love it.
We appreciate it. So, we'll see you guys next week. Once again, thank you so much, sir. You definitely have to get to that draft. And if you really think you're bringing 4 people for it.
Right.
I got shows for you.
Appreciate it, guys.
You know what I'll do before we go?
What's that?
Guys, when you go to the Facebook and in the links of this podcast, I'm going to go ahead and put a page on this. Make sure you guys will check out that show because it's absolutely very good.
We appreciate it. All right. Thank you all so much. Have a good one.
Bye-bye.
All right. We will see you in
An hour or two.
Yeah.